Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We made it, friends. We are here. Whoa! Woo! Yeah! I'm AJ, joined as always by Mr. Rob Thompson. Good morning, Rob. Happy Friday.
We made it. Yes, sir. We're here.
And over there on the other side, the torta smasher himself.
With my jersey on.
Looking for your Tia on the tortilla aisle. Mr. Vic Brown. Good morning, Victor. Good morning. Good morning.
What's up? Yeah, I'm here.
Got to limber up and get ready, man.
Big weekend ahead?
No, I just feel beat down by the week.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's Friday.
Well, you've been lawn mowing and pool cleaning.
Just doing the stuff.
I just go home and take naps.
I had a pretty good one yesterday. I had a pretty good nap.
I made a cannonball run to Austin, Texas yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
That gets in room with a...
But I was rewarded with a little barbecue.
Did you... Was it...
Oh, yeah.
Were you doing a favor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What time did you go?
I went right after the show.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
But yeah, I got me some barbecue. That's always a good thing.
Nom, nom, nom.
I ticked off another thing on my top 50 list. My
Look,
top 50 barbecue list. I'm up to 13 out of 50.
You have to wait?
15 minutes?
Well, that's not a wait.
No.
No,
That's a normal wait.
Yeah, it was fine. So I had a good day.
I smoked some pork loins last night.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you smoked some weed and fell asleep. I was like, beat my
Well,
day.
That did happen.
Well, that would be worth commenting if that hadn't happened.
Okay.
But I did smoke some tenderloins first.
Okay. All right.
They were damn good. Have you bought? I told you I bought the blacks, the all black shake that that you're supposed to you only use on brisket. It's a beef rub. It's all black. Like it looks like ground up charcoal.
Is it the hardcore carnivore black?
That's it, the hardcore black.
I use that pretty regularly.
It is delicious.
I like it.
I had never tried it because it's black.
It's got some garlic to it.
Oh, so I did it on the pork loin. I treat pork loins like ribs. I rub them in mustard and find a rub I like and smoke them. That's for me. I really, and it ends up pink and kind of. It's really good to me. That's my favorite way to do it. So I rolled one in that all black, and then I rolled one in the Kinders, and it's just their SPG with garlic. The Kinders, it's my current put it on everything.
Is this it?
Spice.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the hardcore that I have.
Oh,
so I put one on one and one on the other.
My internet girlfriend makes that. That's her company.
So that's it. Well, I'll tell you what, man. On a pork loin, it is as good as it would be on a brisket. I highly recommend it on a pork loin.
Okay.
And it comes out beautiful. It is such a pretty cut with that dark bark.
Mm-hmm.
And, the tenderloin's naturally kind of pink no matter what. It is a beautiful looking presentation.
The hardcore red is what you would use on pork.
I know. I wouldn't have put that because, there's certain seasoning. I like a little sweet on pork. But this one, I just thought I'd try it.
Ooh,
I'd do it over and over. I've got the Texas as well. Delicious on eggs.
Oh yeah, man!
Oh,
but they do some good ass seasonings, man.
Mm-hmm.
That gal knows how to make. She knows how to put a seasoning together, and
my
she's
wife,
a good looking lady.
Realized yesterday,
I'll say it.
As I was getting things ready to do I have replaced my avid collecting of shoes
with barbecue rubs.
With rubs, I have probably.
I was going to say.
I have now taken over 2 levels of a cabinet.
The problem is those will expire.
I use them, but they do expire. But it's an obsession. I just, as Vic is showing us on the screen these different flavors, I'm going, I got to get that one. I was like, I've never seen chili lime. I got to get that one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm obsessed.
There's one called Amplify.
Yeah,
and it's You need to get this for. It doesn't.
So she has the same kind of different ones, kind of like meat church, like
Yeah.
white.
Oh
red.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
but this
different ones.
amplifies. It's a savory. I guess what would you call
little
it?
sweetened.
A savory amplifier is what it is. Is it like
What has
so-
it got MSG in it or something?
I think it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
but any savory food you do, sprinkle some of that in. When I made some mac and cheese, some creamy. I smoked some mac and cheese last weekend, and I
Ooh,
used
that
that
sounds-
amplify on it, cranked it up a little bit. Oh,
I'll tell you what. That
Add
is
to cart.
it's an obsession.
Yeah.
It's
It
an
is, man.
obsession.
Well, that gal, I think they have like you can buy all
Well-
pretty much all her stuff together.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure
have a
Minix
4-pack
talked
here.
about it on air. He ordered it was $30 on it. He's obsessed like we are, or I am anyway. This rub and glaze Elvis's chef's Elvis ribs mix.
Okay.
He brought one of them in after he tried it over the weekend, but it was $30 for just one
$30 for a
for one rack,
seasoning.
for the seasoning for one rack of ribs. There was a shake, and I mean that's ridiculous, but
Did it have Elvis's actual urine in it?
it better.
Yeah,
The meat was
probably.
tender.
Love me tender,
Yeah.
love me ribs.
I probably would buy that.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'd buy that.
Yeah, I'd buy it too.
I
Got
wanna
all the
buy
money in
this-
the world.
I want to buy this 4-pack here.
Well, look, what comes in the 4-pack?
Okay. We have sweet.
You got your sweet. What is this? Probably this 4-pack probably run you about $60 if
Yeah.
you're not careful.
I don't mess with sweet.
Oh, 50. There you go.
Yeah.
I don't like that
What-
sweet.
What
See, I
about on
want
your
the-
ribs?
I want to try that.
I use the red one on my ribs, and then I sprinkle in some brown sugar.
Well, I use brown sugar too, but I like a sweet to start with.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean, that's
maybe
just-
you'll like it then.
I might.
The Tex-Mex is great on like just fajitas. Like it's a quick
yeah,
thing.
see, that's what I
No, I
want to
have
try.
my own Tex-Mex.
Actually,
Okay.
I wish they
All
had
right,
the jalapeno
No,
one in there.
I
The
have
jalapeno salt.
Yeah. See, or was it? It was right.
Rob,
there.
nobody makes a better seasoning than Jess.
I think there's probably.
Oh, Jess.
I think that, I can tell you the blacks is ridiculous. I don't know how you achieve that kind of flavor with that color.
I don't know.
You know
either,
what I mean?
But
That
it
right there?
works. It's science. She's a scientist. That's actually true. She is a scientist.
Well, the beef seasoning.
Part of-
Chemist.
No, she is a meat scientist. Literally,
Oh,
like she
okay.
went to school to study meat, which is I don't know why it's such a turn on to me. But
That's awesome,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I
And
can't-
she's
you know,
Australian. She
I haven't
talks
even used
sexy.
this. I haven't used the black on brisket yet.
You know what you need to use the black on? Well, I kind of do my own thing on brisket, but what you need to use the black on is tri-tip.
Oh, I did. That's what I got it for. And so
Okay.
I have used it on the
Oh,
tri.
it's the best.
Oh,
That is the best.
It really was extraordinary. It's a good one. It goes up there with a. You know, I have so many that I don't repeat very often, but this will be a repeat bottle.
Well, there you
Yeah.
go. That is not a paid advertisement, friends.
Nope.
That is just
Not an
Rob.
endorsement.
Rob likes a little spice.
But a little bit on
Adding to cart as we
use
speak.
that on the pork loin. It really is
Okay,
good.
I'll give it a try.
worked out.
I'll try anything. All right, we got a lot to get into today. It is a football Friday. Oh baby, we had a less than stellar football game last night.
God, and I slept through the good part. I left right when it got good.
Well, I don't know that it ever got
Well,
good.
20. You had like 20 points scored in like 8
Yeah,
minutes.
and you know what? I guess there was a little drama.
I
at
went
the
to
end,
bed.
but-
I had Kyler no touchdowns.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. I had Kyler half a touchdown. It was one of the teasers. All I needed was one TD, and I went to bed, and he hadn't had one.
Well, he
yet.
got one.
So I woke up. Yeah, he got it, and I had Darnold under 225, which I was pretty comfortable with when I went to
I
bed.
know.
244. Good night and good riddance.
Yeah, things changed after
Serves
you
me
fell
right.
asleep, apparently. But yeah, not the best game, but it was a football game.
Well, you know what? There was a couple of takeaways though.
Okay,
Couple. I mean, not earth shaking, but
We'll look a little at that game, and then we'll start digging into the weekend. That's what we're going to do here today. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, no major incidents going on. Looking good as traffic volume still light. Now, we do have a couple of stalls that are off to the shoulder. 37 northbound, Cesar Chavez, and 410 eastbound as you approach Perrin Vital. Both of those stalls are off to the right shoulder. That wreck at 410 northbound Mac Road at 35 did clear, and the flyover ramp is reopened on 410 eastbound, the off-ramp to get onto I-10. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. And you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Bubba, what happened to that rich girl you were seeing?
I'm still broken up about that. I really am. I think she was probably wealthy.
All right.
She had one boob.
What?
There's an interesting detail.
She has one boob?
Yep.
Boob. Laura, how many boobs do you have?
I have 2.
He's not interested. Go ahead, Bob.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com. And get ready for the workday.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new H-E-B College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys Tailgate Tour presented by H-E-B.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning, everybody. I want to do one quick baseball thing before we move on to Football Friday, as you know. We might be the thing we might be seeing that's the most incredible right now. What do you think the most incredible story in baseball is this year? Like, what's
like? It's our possible MVP catch 60 home runs.
The dumper.
You think about how often a catcher is in a position to get an MVP award, and then you list the names that have done it. And he stands next to the very best. And you think of the toll it takes on your body, and then stand up and hit 60 home runs. I think it's a pretty ridiculous feat, that in itself. And it kind of was a slow build. I think we had this coming out party at the All-Star game, and he just kept going. It's a ridiculous story.
Why are so few people talking about what Paul Skeens has been doing? Paul Skeens finishes the season with a 1.97 ERA.
What? They have their own award,
216. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's still a baseball story, and no one's talking about it.
Well, I think we will once we get past that. But you're right. But there's been a couple of dudes that have had pretty smoking years.
This is his first 2 seasons.
Well, didn't we give him a lot of love last year?
Yeah, but he's like,
if his team was any good, how's that? You know, we're starting to get this Mike Trout thing. Like, yeah, you're fun, but
your team sucks.
But your team sucks, and you don't win a lot of games.
No, I mean that's true.
But the smoky throw, and he's got a hot, famous girlfriend. Are they still together?
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like I know of him.
Okay.
But we were having these conversations earlier about quarterbacks that need to be other places, and as we watched Darnold play last night, Skeens is one of those dudes that needs to be elsewhere. I mean, for the good of the game. Maybe not for the good of the Pirates, but for the good of the game, we need him elsewhere.
He is, through 2 seasons, I mean, he is The only pitcher I've ever seen through 2 seasons that was better than him is Dwight Gooden. Like he is pitching at. I mean, he's probably going to win a Cy Young this year.
You better, but
on a team that, or on a. I think his record was 10-10. He was almost the first. He would have been the first Cy Young with a losing record.
See, that sucks. I mean, that just sucks.
Yeah, but there are 2 pitchers who have put up a B WAR of 13 or more in their first 2 seasons. Dwight Gooden and Paul Skeens in history. It's incredible. So it's just funny how, like,
this year, not so much. Last year, he was the toast. But this year, everybody's kind of like, well, if you're that good, help him out, man. Get a hit. Get a hit. Come on.
It's just, to me, it's just funny that, like, it's almost old hat. We're so spoiled. Like, Ohtani.
Well, you know, before the Spurs won titles, I watched Gervin, who was the best offensive weapon up until Jordan I'd ever seen, just do his stuff here in San Antonio. Made a poster, moderately famous, but nobody knew about it. And then David Robinson was playing, and he had this thing where, you know, we were average to bad in this flyover town, and he was getting 71 a night. You know what I mean? He was doing things, but, you know, no one paid attention. It just was happening down here until you win games. No one cares.
No, I agree. Now. Listen, as great as Paul's, like when I looked at Paul Skeens' first 2 years next to Dwight Gooden's first 2 years, and it's not even close. So it's not like it's history being made, but it's the first time in a long ass time we've seen someone do this. Dwight Gooden was much better than Paul Skeens.
I think time will tell on either side. But as far as,
I'm saying through the first 2 years,
as far as beauty and things like that, Gooden was just overwhelming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
insane.
But he also had help. He had you know, it was easy to look good on the Mets in those early years. It was easy to do that.
Yeah. But through 2 seasons, so Paul Skeens has struck out 351 guys in his first 2 seasons. Crazy number. Dwight Gooden struck out 544.
Different game, because
there's more strikeouts now.
Yeah, because that's true. That's true. But he also threw a lot more innings.
Yeah, he did throw a lot more innings, and he walked a lot more guys. But yeah, it's just it's pretty wild. What Paul Skeens has done. All right, I do want to get into the football. Kyler Murray last night. Maybe I'm wrong on this.
No, I think everybody is waking up to the realization that you're having.
We have seen the best of what Kyler Murray is. It ain't going to get better.
No, and it's not all his fault. Some of it's his fault. I think there's an attitude that's pervasive with the Cardinals that I'm not sure if he brought or he just caught. But his best guy is not very good. He finally showed up late, but he was there. They have a tight end that's underutilized, but seems to be in every play. You know, he's the best guy they got. And I feel like they need him more, but I feel like they overuse him at the same time, too. He's such an obvious weapon. Arizona's just in shambles, and I'm out on Kyler. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's an adequate guy, but I don't think.
I mean, he is somewhere in the middle 10 of quarterbacks in the league. He's not a top 10. He's not a bottom 10. He's somewhere in the middle.
I didn't see the last 8 minutes of the game. I didn't see him throw a single touchdown pass. So all I saw was a terrible 2.5, 3.5 quarter.
Did you see the flea flicker that was the failed flea flicker?
No, I didn't miss that. Thank goodness. I did miss that.
Okay.
But take that away and tell me what you saw in that last quarter that would give Arizona Cardinal fan any hope. I mean, did the light switch come on? Was it Harrison finally running a route like it mattered? Was it, catching with both hands instead of his chest and a hand? What changed for them to score 2 touchdowns?
I mean, they were chasing. They were in desperation mode, so they were chucking the ball around.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear. So it was Seattle in the prevent allowing them gap yards.
I mean, I wouldn't say a prevent, but they were in. And he, by the way, he also threw 2 picks.
Oh yeah,
so it's
but one of them wasn't his fault, man. One of them was his best guy letting it bounce off his face. He threw 1 pick and had 1 given away.
I just don't. The dude he took 6 sacks.
And listen to me, I'm trying to defend what I decided last night in the second quarter was, you know what, Arizona, you better start looking for a quarterback because this guy ain't it.
I said this at the time, and I'm not like, I don't think I was alone here. Kyler Murray was the guy that Cliff Kingsbury handpicked because there was no better match. Like, Kyler Murray needed a coach exactly like Kingsbury. Kingsbury needed a quarterback exactly like Kyler, which, I mean, of course, now he's got a better version of it.
He's got the best match ever,
He's got a better version of Kyler where he's at.
Well done, Cliff, anyway.
But Kyler, if he couldn't succeed with Cliff, he was never going to succeed in the league.
Same with Tua and McDonald. Same thing.
Yeah,
Same thing.
There's just limitations that he has that are not going to be overcome. And I hate, I mean, again, it's one of these situations where the guy doesn't suck, but he's not good enough for you to like think you're going to win something.
And he doesn't have the, I don't know what to describe it.
Oh, well, I'm guessing you're probably talking about, it seems like he doesn't really care that much.
Yeah,
he's
that's
not.
it.
Yeah,
And I do think he does. I think he's kind of nonchalant in his care, but I do think he does want to win. And
I'm sure.
And I think he's trying to model the best that he can. But there's just something about him that I just don't think you're all the way in, man. I just don't. And until I see something different from him, it's been the same quarterback for 4 years that, yeah, you're close. You know, you had a guy that really believed in you, and you did so well that he got a better gig, ran off at the same time.
Well, yeah, he got fired
Yeah,
and fell up.
Fell up. So I think that truly, in your heart of hearts, you go, it's time to start looking.
I think they
draft
have
the quarterback.
And it's, again, you're in that tough position. Mm-hmm. And Kyler Murray, while not paid, like,
he should go to Miami.
You think it'd be any different there?
I'm kidding. Go where you're adored. Go where that skill set is appreciated.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that there'll be much different, except maybe in Miami he gets some concussions. That might be the only thing.
Well, the food's better.
Kyler is the 12th highest paid quarterback in the league. He's got an annual salary of $46 million, $46.1 million.
In 2 years, he'll be paid perfectly.
Well,
you know what I mean? But he's
in 2 years, he's probably going to be a backup quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. But at that point, he'll still be overpaid. But that's too much.
And
what they're getting.
They have 2 more years on the deal. There's a club option for him in 2028. I can almost assure you they're not going to pick that up. I don't know. Again, you're in a tough position when you've got a quarterback who's good but not great.
I hope Houston's paying attention.
Houston needs to pay attention because this is what happens when you pay a good quarterback like he's great.
And you don't draft perfectly.
Yep.
You're going to have, if you do this, you got to draft perfectly, and that's probably as hard as it is finding a quarterback.
Yeah, I just don't know what they can do to make him better. I just think this is kind of what he is, and now he's 28 years old.
Yeah,
he's not like a little kid anymore, even though he looks like one. Yeah. He's not. Despite what you might think, that's a grown-up. That was a grown man playing football last night. That he can drive, he can do everything.
Little big man boy.
Yeah, that's a full-size person.
That's a full-size
man boy.
Little big man boy.
That's a full-size person.
He shaved last month.
Yeah. He could buy pornography.
He could buy porn?
Wow. Yeah.
No, he'd have to show his ID.
Of course. Get the hard part is when you go to buy booze at the liquor store and you've got to step up on the stool to pay.
Yeah. You got to tiptoe up there, trying to get the money.
It's hard to imagine until you see him in person how little he really is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's 5'9" on a good day.
I don't think he's 5'9".
He's ridiculously
small. He's 5'9"
small.
with cleats on.
Seriously, when you see him in person, you're like, you've got to be kidding me. This dude runs around with those giant football.
How big is Deuce Vaughn?
Oh, smaller than that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By 3 or 4 inches. Deuce Vaughn's the littlest football player, NFL football player I've ever seen. And you know who's close? Turpin.
Yeah, he's not much bigger.
Much bigger. Turpin's only slightly taller, but he's lighter.
Yeah. But Kyler Murray's also a quarterback.
Yeah,
that's a different
Kyler
job.
Murray does something entirely different. And I'm still amazed he can do what he does with the ability and the accuracy that he has. I mean, he's got a hell of an arm, but you have to get him in such unique positions to take advantage of that dart throwing that he has because he can't get it over the line. So the routes you have to run are different because he has to get open too. But when your quarterback has to get open and the receiver have to get open, that makes the timing so difficult that if you're only a little off, it doesn't work.
I think the best recourse for Jonathan Gannon at this point is to take away his allowance. And
make him clean his room before he goes out. I mean, you're going to really have to lay down the law, sir.
If you're not going to eat your vegetables, I'm going to take away your allowance.
And limit your phone time. And certainly your games are off at 9 p.m., young man.
Screen time is off. Sorry, friend.
I don't care.
I
will turn the Wi-Fi off. Trust me.
I don't care if I don't care if Bobby's mom lets him stay up all night. I don't care about that. But I'm not Bobby's mom. I'm your mom, Kyler.
Yeah, Bobby wears pajamas to school and pays for things with hundreds. We don't do that here.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll start previewing the weekend in football. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, no major incidents going on. Looking good as traffic volume still light. Now, we do have a couple of stalls that are off to the shoulder. 37 northbound, Cesar Chavez, and 410 eastbound as you approach Perrin Vital. Both of those stalls are off to the right shoulder. That wreck at 410 northbound Mac Road at 35 did clear, and the flyover ramp is reopened on 410 eastbound, the off-ramp to get onto I-10. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pro Savings Days at Lowe's means up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $1,000 when you buy 4 select LG major appliances. Valid through 9/26. Selection varies while supplies last. See Associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Carbach Brewing was not born in San Antonio, Texas, but they have certainly gone out of their way to make San Antonio their second home. We had the head brewer come in, and he said when they first started to reach outside of Houston, San Antonio was the place they wanted to be, and does it show. Carbach beer is all over our great city, from their in-your-face flagship IPA, Hopadillo, to the Ziegenbach, to their best seller, the Love Street, their Kolsch-style blonde. There is something for everyone in Carbach's lineup, and it is all over the place. Of course, you're going to find it at the grocery stores. Of course, you're going to find it at the liquor stores, but it's also at a bunch of bars and restaurants around town. They wanted to make this their second home, and that's what it's become. So when you're out, you're watching the games at your local sports bar, your local restaurant, your local hangout, you're thinking, I want to elevate my beer game a little bit. Well, friend, wherever you're at, they probably have some Carbach either on tap or in cans. So when you're out and about doing your thing, go ahead and make sure to ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app. Use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and top users make $200 to $300 per month.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STEER25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STEER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STEER25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
She's got Betty Davis eyes. What do you think Betty Davis eyes are exactly?
You have to see them. She's got those big doe eyes.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah.
This is Kim Carnes, right?
Yeah.
She's got
about
Betty
1982,
Davis eyes.
81.
Yeah, let me see. I'm going to leave that up there.
She'll expose you. Mm-hmm. Crank it up, Vic.
81. See those Betty Davis eyes?
To make a pro blush.
Yeah. Look, Marty Feldman.
Think she's a spy.
She's got Marty Feldman eyes.
She'll tease you. She'll unease you. All the better.
So one-hit wonder.
Just to please you.
She's going to get a little bit of mailbox money just for that.
Yep.
Was Betty
get a check for 36 cents?
Was Betty Davis just like an actress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was an early talkies black and white.
Like
actress.
a pinup girl? What would
I
be?
think she was probably considered more the Glenn Close of her day.
Okay.
I mean, certainly pretty, but not pinup.
Okay.
Ooh, there she's looking rather vexing.
Yeah. She ever do a nude scene?
I'm sure she did several.
Check
porn.
Mr. Skin.
They're not proud of how they got their jobs. They had to go through a couple of producers' couches. It was the time.
Harvey Weinstein had her.
I mean, he wasn't the first to do that.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein had her early. You got nice eyes. Sit on my lap.
I'll make you a star, see?
Harvey Weinstein was 60 when he met Betty Davis. That's the gross part. So when he met Michelle Pfeiffer, he was like 140. That's it.
Reminds me of that scene in Godfather.
Yeah.
You come along with your giddy charm.
Is Harvey Weinstein still alive? Is he still in prison?
Oh, no. He's he just goes between being convicted in different states. Yeah. So he's been, I think they got him in California and New York.
He's on the conviction tour.
He's 73 years old now. And
it's looking more and more like Shrek by the minute.
Oh, yeah. Where's he at? Where is he?
I last saw him in court in New York like the last couple of weeks, and I don't know if they were for what reason, if it wasn't for another suit.
Okay. They indicted him on new charges.
That was it.
He was arraigned in New York for the new indictment, entered a plea of not guilty to one count of criminal sexual act in the first degree. The prosecution filed a motion to consolidate the new charges into Weinstein's retrial rather than have two separate New York trials. Presiding judge granted the prosecution motion to consolidate on October 23rd. In June 2025, he received a mistrial on this charge following tensions with the jury. So we don't know. I mean, is he going to get out of prison?
No.
Okay.
They've got him on several places. I think they got him in California already. So
he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
This is exacting the pound of flesh. He'll never get out of prison.
Okay. Yeah, he's Rose McGowan, Rosanna Arquette, Ashley Judd. Those were the three that I know testified. But well, I don't know.
That
Rose McGowan's had a hard life. She
has a bad. She's got a bad aura, man. She attracts some negativity.
She got Harvey Weinstein and Marilyn Manson. That's a bad duo. Like, Rose, who treated you worse, Harvey or Marilyn Manson? I don't know.
Didn't Goop Girl? Didn't she have some Harvey Weinstein?
Who's Goop Girl?
She does Goop. She was in. I forget her name. Blonde hair.
Oh,
she was a Mrs. Iron Man.
You're talking about Brad Pitt's ex-wife, Gwyneth Paltrow. Yeah,
wasn't she an accuser as well?
I don't know. Oh, she's very beautiful. I find her very alluring. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Eat a sandwich. I'm just saying, I'm not a torta dude, but eat a sandwich.
Okay. Like
all me, Bubba.
I have friends that would date a skeleton with a wig on, but that's not.
I know. Yeah.
I don't think she was that skinny back in the day. Like, she was hot in 7.
Oh,
before she got her head cut off.
Yeah.
Before her head fell off, she was very.
She's in her 50s now. We're talking about way back then. She's still smoking hot.
Well, yeah. She looks better than Vic. He's in his 50s.
Hey.
What? What? Sorry, Gwyneth Paltrow looks better than you.
Vic is as God made him.
Yeah.
Just
diabetic and depressed.
I didn't say it was made well.
Vic ate too many sandwiches. That's what happened.
That's what happened.
All right. So I am so off track here. I can't get into the football. I want to get into football. That's all I want to talk about. And you keep distracting me, Rob. Why do you do this with you and your Betty Davis eyes? All right. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll actually get into football. Before we get into what's coming this week, I want to ask you about Seattle, who came out of that thing 3-1. How legit are they? We'll talk about that on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Chumba Casino brings non-stop fun straight to your screen. Anytime, anywhere. Explore hundreds of games like slots, blackjack, and instant scratch-style cards. Sign up to unlock your free welcome bonus and daily login bonuses. And enjoy your chance at exciting prizes without spending a thing. Just click, play, and enjoy the ride. Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal to play.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-230-2777 or biglou.com.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a football Friday. We're going to be live out at Comalander Stadium.
Getting ready for a great high school game, but it's going to be a great weekend in college football. A&M, Auburn, Andrew Monica, the voice of the Aggies, joins us at 3:35.
And we're going to get you ready for a big weekend of NFL, including the Cowboys and the Packers.
Not your Titans and Texans?
Nah.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is college years. I dig it.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. I
never had any funky Cole Medina.
What? No satisfaction. The girls all around. Oh, man.
Oh, I dated
My threads are fresh and I'm looking deaf. Yo, what's up with LC?
Back in the day, I dated Tina Medina.
Tina Medina?
Oh.
A big old torta, man. Yeah. So this was our song.
Other side of the cantina. I said, why you look so fly? He said, funky Cole Medina.
It's a strong cocktail or love potion.
Yeah. This brother told me a secret on how to get more chicks. Put a little Medina in your glass and the girls will come real quick.
Love potion. It's Spaniard fly.
Yeah.
Remember Spanish fly?
Oh, yeah,
That. We were like, does it really work? Like, I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know where to get it.
I know you just had half a glass.
Didn't you get it at Papa Jim's?
I don't know where you got it.
I don't know either.
It was like this urban myth.
Yeah.
31 Eagles fan is bad-mouthing my shirt. I don't know why. He
They
says,
dog us every day. You're sitting in your underwear.
What's the matter?
Blowing us up for. We got up and got dressed this morning at least.
yeah.
Yeah, those are little mugs.
Yeah, little beers all over me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What's the logo on the shirt? What is it?
It just says, pardon my take.
Is that from the? Wasn't that a show?
Yeah.
Is that from that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Is that the brand? Pardon
Yeah.
my take.
No, it's a rowback, but it's
a
labeled
rowback.
with that. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a little different.
That's a fancy rowback.
It is. And here it is getting.
Look at all those beers.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You got to get real close.
Kitty Big Balls is here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Apparently, Jason and Joe have been threatening to throw him out.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you how that would end. I'll throw their ass in a pond if they did that. I'll throw their ass in a pond.
James is the peacemaker.
He is.
James protects Kitty Big Balls.
And then J-Rod says, yeah, the stash is not distracting at that's
a Mrs. Mama Hoffman call.
I know.
Now, she can be passive-aggressive, but that will stay as long as Mrs. Mama Hoffman will allow it.
She ain't real happy about it.
She can turn off the spigot to a couple of things, and that mustache will be gone before you know it.
Yeah, she hasn't.
I was gonna say
she hasn't forced my hand yet.
Yeah.
I've actually gotten a lot of compliments on it.
Well, again, I don't care how many compliments you get. There's only one that matters.
That's true.
And if she's not complimentary, you will die a lonely man.
So Seattle gets the win last night. They moved to 3-1. You're buying into them?
I am buying into the fact that they're a consistent football team.
Okay.
That they play enough defense to keep their offense in the game. That Sam Darnold is a changed man.
Yeah,
That he is not what he was, and he's not going to lose a game for you.
I think Seattle made the right hire. That's very importantly. I think they hired the right coach. They could easily be 4-0 right now. They probably could have won that 49ers game. That said,
they're not a great football team.
That said, they've beat the Steelers, the Saints, and the Cardinals.
But they're not going to lose the game. You're going to have to beat them.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, is enough right now.
And quite frankly, schedule's not super difficult. It's probably a playoff team.
I would think they are. I would think they're a team I certainly wouldn't want to play, but they don't have a Monday player. They don't have a guy I wake up on Monday morning going, I got to stop that fool. I got no chance. And that's the one thing that makes them a highly consistent football team, but they don't have a separator.
They'll get Tampa next week. I guess maybe the tough games on their schedule are at the Commanders They've still got a home and home with the Rams, and then home to the Vikings. That's probably the toughest games left on their schedule.
And all those teams, I wouldn't want to play them. It's certainly not in Seattle, man. They're going to beat you up.
All right, man. We'll start previewing the games coming up this weekend on the other side, including our final predictions on Cowboys-Packers. Morning Huddle 94.1.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 11/1. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
These guys around the country made a fan page for us. So, Rico Suave, what is it that stimulated you about our program?
It's a love of the show, man.
What would you like to see us do more of since you're a P1 listener?
Girls on trampolines during the break. They're pre-K.
Man.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 five-star reviews on Google. So, who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-285-2521. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521. 800-285-2521.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results vary. Consult with your tax professional prior to enrollment.
Wait,
What hairbrush is that?
This? It's my Tangle Teaser. Total game changer.
Okay, but your hair always looks good. Mine breaks every time I brush it.
Yeah, that was me before this thing. It has this wild two-tiered teeth thing going on. It detangles without yanking.
No tugging, even wet?
Especially wet. I use it straight out of the shower. No knots, no drama. And bonus, it actually feels good.
That's honestly impressive. I just thought all brushes were the same.
They're not. This one was made with hair health in mind. Any type. Fine, curly, coily. It's kind of obsessed with being gentle.
Well, now I'm obsessed. Where did you get it?
Amazon. Here. See? And if you use promo code TANGLE10 off, you'll save 10%.
Okay, sold.
Told you. Bad hair days don't stand a chance.
Tangle Teaser. Detangling without the drama. Say bye-bye to bad hair days. Find Tangle Teaser on Amazon.com and use promo code TANGLE10 off to save 10%. That's Tangle Teaser on Amazon.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we do have a new trouble spot on I-10 westbound Wurzbach. Accident left lane. A little bit of a delay for medical. Again, it just occurred, so about 5 minutes or so. 37 northbound Cesar Chavez downtown. That stalls off to the right shoulder. Road work continues. 35 upper level northbound Laredo to Alamo, and then southbound that off ramp to Alamo. Road work blocking the exit ramp. Right now along 1604 westbound I-10 to 281, about 25 minutes. About 12 minutes, 1604 northbound I-10 to 35. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Last night's Thursday night football game ended with a lot, but started slow. Final score 23-20 as the Seahawks went on the road to take down the Cardinals. 20 of the 43 points scored in the fourth quarter. The Dallas Cowboys look to bounce back as they return home for Sunday night football, taking on the Green Bay Packers. Your high school football game of the week, Churchill Chargers take on the Madison Mavericks. Pregame at 7, kickoff at 7:30, right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
Woo!
We made it. We made it, baby.
I'm already an hour in.
Oh, yeah. Big plans this weekend for you, Robert?
I will be
nursing your body?
No, I've got Aggie game tomorrow at 2:30, which is the highlight of the weekend.
Are you going to set Aggie game?
No, I'll be celebrating with friends. I got some people coming into town, and we're going to hang out. I'm going to, in the morning tomorrow, I'll be pulling posts. I'm pulling down a chicken pen.
Oh.
Remember that one we built last summer?
Uh-huh.
We're taking it down.
Interesting. The one that you spent hundreds of man-hours trying to make safe and...
Failed experiment. Coming down.
Huh. I'll be damned.
No, you carry on.
Really?
The only failure is not trying again, you know?
So are you trying again?
Well, I got 25 chickens looking for a bigger and better home.
Well, so what's the plan?
Brand new chicken pen. I've already got the chicken pen built. We've already got a new one that has evidently been relatively bulletproof. We've been trying it out. So,
Are you shooting at it?
No. So we're tearing down the big one. We're coalescing. We're going smaller.
Okay.
Easier. This is easier.
Easier to protect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, boy, I'd be pissed. How many? Just an estimate. How many dollars do you think went into that?
Into that pen?
Yeah.
Oh. But keep in mind, we rented a skid steer to drill the holes. So that was $1,000 right there. That's $1,000 right there. And then let's
and the equipment. I wanted to hear the math here. Yeah.
I could have dug those holes
keep
for
in
you.
mind, we rented the skid steer for $1,000. This was a year ago.
Okay.
And then we posted, I would say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 posts, and these were 12-foot 4x4s that easily cost $40 each. Buy that with the lumber at that point.
Okay.
So quickly, let's do
that's $480.
So that's another $480, and every one of those was a bag of cement. So that's $10, another 10, And then my labor is at least $200 an hour.
So you're up to $1,800.
So we're up to some big dollars now.
And then all the chicken wire
and all the chicken wire, which we'll be able to reuse. The chicken wire, that's part of it. Is we're going to save that,
dude.
But yeah, that's going to be my morning. See, and you know how you pull a post? You got to get a wheel, you get a chain, and you've attached it to your tractor. And you get the chain right next to the post, so the chain goes around the top of the wheel, and then you attach it to the bottom so it pulls up.
Right.
And you just bang, 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 and you just pop it out.
Okay.
It's in my first rodeo. But
okay.
It's going to suck.
It's going to suck.
Any job that requires gloves sucks.
Any job that requires a tractor.
No, that sucks, too. But then there's the alternative of not having the tractor.
Is that the one that starts with a shotgun shell?
No, that was my grandpappy. That was my grandpappy. That was my grandpa's up in Oklahoma.
Dude,
that tractor legit started with a shotgun shell.
That's awesome.
I'll never get over who thought of that. In the 1800s, somebody go, I have an idea. You want to get this thing kicked into gear?
After they made moonshine,
20 gauge. 20 gauge is what I'd recommend.
That doesn't sound like a fun weekend, I must say. Vic, you have big plans?
No, I'm just gonna stay home.
Stay hanging out in Flea Bottom.
Tomorrow is going to be an extraordinary football day.
I think so, man. It's going to be great.
Sunday all day long. Even the Cowboys. It's not going to be. It's still the Cowboy game on Sunday night, so the entire world's going to be watching.
Yeah,
and that's the last game of the day. So
yeah. No, I'm looking forward to the weekend of football. It's about as good as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we might as well start digging into it, and we can start with that college football slate. And there's a couple games tonight.
Yeah.
Florida State's at Virginia tonight. This is down to a 6.5-point spread.
I think that's scared money.
I
do. I think people are afraid that Florida State isn't as good as we think.
I think so.
And I think they're pretty good.
Well, I think it's reasonable to ask questions.
Who's their coach up there now? Is Bronco? Who's at Virginia? Who's the head coach up there? He's got a history. He's not a loser.
Yeah. What is his name? Tony. It's Tony something.
It's in front of us, but I think
Tony Elliott.
Yeah,
is his name.
I don't think this is as much about Virginia as I think people are running from Florida State, afraid that team that beat Alabama isn't really what Florida State is, and I think they're more that than not.
Yeah,
I
don't know how good Florida State is. I mean, the Alabama win on the surface is impressive. They've beaten up on the school for the blind since. This is their first road game.
Yeah, this is a test.
It ain't gonna be easy if they do get the job. If they do get the job done, though, like I think we probably got to start taking them pretty seriously.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. I'm not worried. I mean, the cover, not cover, that we can get into the weeds on that, but I think they're gonna cover, and I think they're gonna beat them.
I don't know, man. I might just be dead wrong on this. I love TCU tonight at Arizona State. I think TCU is the better team. Period. And now I've messed up because I bet this TCU plus 2.5. You can get 3 now. You can get 3.5 in some places. None that I have access to, but you can get 3.5.
A lot of NFL scouts are going to be at that game. There's 2 NFL quarterbacks, they think, or could be 2 NFL quarterbacks going at each other tonight.
I just think TCU's better. And
I think if the Arizona State team that I saw show up in Mississippi for a half shows up, it's going to be a hell of a football game. I will give Arizona State, anyway, the preponderance. But if that same second half team shows up, they're going to get run out of the gym.
I think if you're legit, you're not supposed to lose to Mississippi State.
I'm not saying they are, but I'm saying that first half Arizona State team rolled into unfamiliar confines in the SEC, granted the worst in the SEC, and kicked ass and took names for 30 minutes. And if that team shows up, that's a good football team. That second half team, that team sucked.
Yeah.
So I don't know which to show up. I know at their best, they're probably better than TCU. I just don't think we're going to see that best again.
I don't know. I just think Arizona State got so much hype last year.
That quarterback's electric if you give him a chance, but they don't give him too many chances, evidently.
And I think without the running game, they're just not the same team. I don't know. I'm not impressed with Arizona State. I didn't think Arizona State was going to be very good coming into the year. I haven't changed my mind. The Baylor win.
What's the line?
It's now Arizona State -3.
3?
Yeah. So I like TCU to keep it close today. Georgia Tech is at Wake Forest tomorrow. Georgia Tech,
low-key good.
They're pretty good.
And Haynes King is
they've got a good
Heisman
coach.
mentioned.
They've got a good quarterback. They're 13.5-point road favorites at Wake Forest.
Wake sucks.
Yeah, Wake does suck. I'm not in the business of laying big points on the road with Georgia Tech, but
This isn't the old Georgia Tech, but
no, it's not.
They're not that good. They're good. They ain't that good.
Another early start. USC's at Illinois. USC minus 6.5. One thing I know for sure, USC's offense is legit. I don't know about the rest of them, but that offense cooks.
What time's that?
And that's
is
an
the game?
11 o'clock start.
So 11 o'clock in Illinois.
Which is what, a 9 a.m. kick for USC?
So bet second half numbers.
It might be the way.
It might be before they wake up. I think USC. Illinois is a little pissed right now. They're a little. They got
a little embarrassed.
They're a little embarrassed. So I expect a fight, but I think USC wins this game.
Boy, here's a number that is a little surprising to me. Notre Dame is a 4.5-point favorite at Arkansas. Now, there is a world where Notre Dame might just not be any good, and they are now 1-2. Their two losses come at the week 1 at Miami, then week 2 against Texas A&M. Their one win, they beat the hell out of Purdue, who's barely even a football team. I've got really no idea what Notre Dame is. I am certain that Arkansas is not good.
What's the shirt that's being sold? Almost winning, almost all the time.
I thought that was at Nebraska.
No, that's the Arkansas.
Oh
shirt.
Yeah, I don't trust Arkansas as far as I can throw them. I guess I feel like maybe Notre Dame's going to get right.
This is in Arkansas.
Yeah.
If they believe in their coach at all, if there is any chance that they are playing at Arkansas for Sam Pittman, they're going to win the game. They're going to beat them because Arkansas isn't that good. But if they want their coach gone, if they're tired of Pittman's act, and I get the sense that the fans are tired of it, I don't know if the players are. If they're tired of it, this is your chance to get rid of your coach. And you might not say it out loud. You might not even say it to your buddy. But if you don't like this cat, you don't like what's going on, this is your chance. You know if we lose today, coach will be fired by Wednesday. I think he's all but done.
Are they going to fire him for losing to Notre
Dame?
Dame?
Here's the worry. No, it's not because they're losing to Notre Dame. It's for losing to Memphis the week before. And now Oklahoma State's going to be interviewing the same coaches you want. You might want to get in line. You know, I do think that there's other pressures on this program other than Pittman sucks.
Yeah, and I think Pittman does suck. Utah State's at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, a 23.5-point favorite. This isn't the time to bet Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's, to me, awesome as an underdog. But laying 23.5, I'm not that interested. And last week they were a huge favorite, and they blew out Georgia State. But remember, Georgia State is the team that beat them last year.
That was
randomly.
I haven't seen them play yet. I want to watch.
Well,
before I decide anything about this team,
I'd probably wait till next week. They play at Alabama next weekend.
Yeah, that's the game we've all got circled.
Everybody's going to be excited for that game. I think a low-key really good game, Ohio State at Washington. I bet it this morning. I bet Washington plus 8.5.
We're on different sides of the fence here. If I'm Ohio State, if I'm everybody involved with the coaching staff, I circled this one to make some headlines.
Well, good luck.
You know what I mean?
You got to show me. This is a freshman quarterback's first road start ever, and it's in a place where Washington doesn't lose.
All of that is right.
They do not lose in that building.
But this Ohio State team has been less than successful, and sometimes it's best to go on the road and do this. But you're going to have to get right on the road against a team that'll give you some points if you just execute. So I expect if they execute and do what I think they're going to do, I think this quarterback's going to throw for 4 touchdowns. I don't know about running, but they're going to make sure he piles some yards up on the road.
Yeah, I'm just not sure that Ohio State's as good as everybody thinks. Like I've said
it
before,
find out, yeah.
I've been saying I don't think there's a great team in college football this year.
No.
That includes Ohio State, and just because they've got the number 1 next to their name doesn't make them great.
But what if they do what I say they are? They're getting closer. But I still, even at the end of the year, there's not a foregone conclusion winner. But on these kind of roadie games, and this is it's a conference game. It still doesn't feel like a conference game.
It's a conference game.
This is just weird to me.
Also a conference game, LSU and Ole Miss.
That one doesn't feel weird.
Lane Kiffin's running around telling everybody, bet the over. We're scoring on this team. We are scoring on this LSU team. And you know what? I think I trust him. I think I like Ole Miss here. Everyone's saying, "Oh, this LSU defense, they are great." Well, they were great against Clemson, who stinks, Louisiana Tech, who stinks, Florida, who turned it over 5 times.
Well,
and Southeast Louisiana, who is an FCS school.
I give the Florida 5 interceptions against anybody is ridiculous. So it does tell me that this team is lightning fast. And the one
But you saw what DJ Lagway might as well have thrown it to them.
Even though we know Lagway isn't that. And I'm going to give LSU the credit. They've got as good a defense as there is in the country. And what they do well is what LSU is going to try to do to them. So it is will on will, force on force. And I do think the winner will prove to have the kind of offense that can beat anybody in the country. So I like watching this, and anytime Brian Kelly can lose, I'm all for it, especially to a guy like Lane Kiffin. I want to see him pile it up. But I'm not going to take away anything from Kelly's defense. I think this is going to be tighter than we expect. The over might be in play, but it's going to be a tight football game.
Also, let me know when Garrett Nussmeier starts actually being as good as everyone told me he was going to be.
Well, if it's not going to happen, if it doesn't happen this week, it ain't going to happen because he's going to get every opportunity.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll keep the train rolling, but we'll dig first into that Auburn-Texas A&M game, which I think is one of the better games of the weekend. I'm going to tell you about Underdog. I'll be on Underdog tonight. I was telling you I believe in Josh Hoover. I believe in Josh Hoover more than I believe in Sam Levitt. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play higher on Josh Hoover's yards. I'm going to play lower on Sam Levitt's yards. That's how much I believe in it. And this is the deal, man. At Underdog, you could take $1. You could play as little as $1 and win up to 5,000 times your money if you get those picks right. You just pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. And if you're right, you're in the money, baby. Download the app today. Sign up with my promo code ALAMO, ALAMO, and you can score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Who wouldn't want to win billions of dollars? That sounds awesome. And it makes every game a little bit more interesting. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle,
and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm. How can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
We're going to be tested this week. I know what the numbers say. I get it. They have given up some explosives, but this is a good football team we're getting ready to go play. They've got good players on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Hey, man, this is a National Football League, and these guys will be a challenge for us, and should be a heck of a football game.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
You ready, Rob?
Here it comes.
Du hast mich. Sing it, Rob.
I don't speak.
Du hast.
I don't perform songs that while I was doing it, there'd be a giant penis above me shooting fire.
Do you want me to stand on the back of your chair?
That's what I'm saying, man. You start doing this, you better look behind you. Could be a German shooting fire from his crotch. I saw the video of that, like, my God.
Yeah.
That's a show.
Heck yeah, it is.
You leave that show without eyelashes.
I like it.
Right.
I like it. Hey, Auburn A&M, big game today, or big game tomorrow. A&M now a 6.5-point favorite. They are down from a 7-point favorite. Total's 52.5. I bet Auburn, and I bet Auburn at 7, and I bet the over.
I like the over.
I just think that, I mean, Auburn hung within 7 points of Oklahoma at Oklahoma, and I think Oklahoma defensively is just on a different level than either of these teams, quite frankly. But until A&M shows me more defensively, I don't really trust them to cover big spreads I think this is a pretty competitive game. I think A&M wins, but I think it's probably a late field goal.
Script.
And I do think this game's it's going to be played in the 30s, I believe.
The variable to me is the week off. You know,
that's big help.
With the week off, is there is there the manpower to stop the run? Do we even have the guys to do it? And if we do have the guys to do it, do we have the scheme to change what has been difficult? Now, I will give a break to this defense. They have gone against two of the top 5 running backs in the country in early season, and UTSA kid Henry and Love at Notre Dame. And for the most part, at least against Notre Dame, they held that guy up to some yards. But we know they can't stop the run. I think Auburn's going to move the ball a fair amount and definitely score more than they did against Oklahoma. But as good as that Auburn defense is, they're going to have to prove that Oklahoma couldn't run the ball, period. They just kind of abandoned it. So I don't know if 39 yards rushing
they couldn't run the ball outside of Mateer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The running backs could not gain a yard. So they abandoned the running game. So A&M's not going to do that because that is part of the bread and butter. So I don't know how good that rush defense is. I know it's really, really good.
I think it's elite. But I do think the difference, I think that's A&M's going to be able to throw it around on them a little bit.
So I think if they can pound the ball enough to be able to throw to the edges with those 2 electric receivers, I do think they win. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I wouldn't be shocked if it is a field goal late that does it, because Auburn is a better team than I think people are giving them credit for.
But I did see Baylor throw for 400-something yards on that team. You can beat them through the air. I think running against them is just banging your head into a wall.
All of us have questions. I think that the believers still are down with Marcel. I'm still a little concerned about accuracy, but I know great wide receivers certainly do help your accuracy level. It's going to be a lot of fun to play this game. I just know that A&M and Auburn, always something squirrely happens. In every game, something squirrely happens. I'm just not sure who it's going to happen to.
I do think it's the one team playing a really physical game against Oklahoma last week on the road, and then the other team being able to be home and rest is the only reason I think I like A&M here. Because I have these two teams power rated about the same. I don't have much of a gap between them, like on a neutral field.
We'll find out how good OU is without Mateer and see what that defense really is when they're having to spend some time on the field. But I believe, like you do, that was a hell of a defense. They really did plug Auburn's running game up. And that quarterback, I don't know about him. We'll see. I mean, if he can make a play or two, it really could get interesting.
Indiana's at Iowa. Indiana laying 8.5 on the road, which 8.5 in a low total game. Total's only 48.5. So, I mean, as most Iowa games are, expected to be sort of a defensive battle, but Indiana doesn't really like to play defensive battles.
I'm Googling. It's hard for me to go against it, but if I'm Iowa, I am sitting on this ball. I'm taking the air out of the ball. I'm going to hold it. I might go for four downs several times in a row just to keep the ball out of y'all's hands.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I don't bet against Indiana if I think they have equal or greater talent. They've got lesser talent, they might get punked out. Here, I think they've got equal or greater talent.
You think they got 8.5 on the road?
I'd rather bet that than the other side. I'll just say that. I'm not going to bet this game.
I haven't seen him play yet. I got to see this Fernando
You haven't
kid.
seen him play?
No, I've seen highlights, but I haven't seen sustained drives. The highlights, it's not the same offense they played last year, which I find very interesting. But I have not seen him play more than a highlight.
Very, very different quarterback than they had last year. But yeah, either way, they've got it going.
What's his last name? Fernando
Mendoza.
I'm all in, man.
Tennessee's at Mississippi State. Tennessee laying 7.5 on the road. I mean, listen, it's tough to get margin on the road in the SEC, but I refuse to believe in Mississippi State. I thought.
Can we admit they're better than you thought they were?
They have to be. Yeah, they're 4-0. I don't know if I thought they'd win 4 games all year. So they're sitting at 4-0. Yeah, they're better than I thought they'd be.
This is the kind of game that Tennessee always loses. Is this the kind of game coming off of the moral victory that they're coming off of? And they're traveling down to Podunk, last place, sorry-ass Mississippi State, who's got 4 wins.
They won a game last week already, Tennessee did, against UAB. So they're not quite coming off the moral victory. They got it back.
Well, I'm just saying, this is the kind of team that Tennessee loses to, much like A&M. These are the kind of teams that when it comes down to it, you go, you lost where? How? It's always Tennessee this way.
I can't imagine it's this. I just think Tennessee is actually pretty good. I mean, they almost beat Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. The moral victory's still there, and I take nothing from Trent Dilferland.
These are the point totals that Tennessee's put up this year: 45, 72, 41, 56. They're going to put up a number in Starkville, and I don't know if Mississippi State can match it.
Mississippi State.
If it weren't for that win against Arizona State, we would look at them and go, okay, they beat Southern Miss, Alcorn State, and Northern Illinois. Who gives a bleep? But because they beat an Arizona State team that I don't have very much respect for anyway, I think everybody's hyping them up a little bit more. I don't believe in them.
Are you going to put any money on them?
I think I'll be on Tennessee. At a minimum, I'm going to be on Tennessee. I'm going to have their team total over. I'm going to play their team total to go over the number just because I don't think Mississippi State can stop them. And everybody's like, well, their defense. Look at their defense. Yeah, it's real easy to play defense against Alcorn State, who have a bunch of guys who can't even get scholarships. Like, congratulations. That's. I mean.
Didn't Steve McNair just rolled over in his grave?
He did. He did.
Just got real mad at you, man.
But yeah, it's this is I don't believe on paper this Mississippi State team shouldn't be good. Maybe I'll have egg on my face yet again with them, but I don't think so.
Home with them cowbells.
Arizona is at Iowa State. Iowa State laying 5.5. Gun to my head, I'd bet Arizona here.
I wouldn't have a month ago.
I wouldn't have either. But their quarterback Fafita has been very good.
Yeah, both these teams are. I have no trust in either. It could go one way or the other. It could be 21 either direction, and I don't know how.
Iowa State beat Kansas State by 3 points.
And Kansas State
stinks.
Terrible. So I discount everything that happened, even though Iowa State, I felt like, had an opportunity this year. And if they don't do it this week, it ain't going to happen. So I take Iowa State just because they got to. They have to, or they're not going to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, but I do think Arizona can at least hang with them, maybe lose by a field goal. One of the games of the week, I guess, Oregon at Penn State.
Oh, it is my favorite game of the day.
Penn State laying 3.5. I like Penn State to get the job done here. I just think Oregon traveling across the country.
If they do, they lay claim to number one in the country. In fact, whoever wins this game should be, by my mind, unless it's just some horrific, strange outcome, the best team in the country. I don't care what Ohio State does at Washington. This is the two best teams going at it. It's going to be a whiteout environment there in Pennsylvania, too, I'm sure.
I think what we really need to do is look at what Oregon has done so far. They beat the hell out of Montana State. Okay. They beat the hell out of Oklahoma State, which we now know means absolutely nothing. I mean,
you're right. Everything you're saying is right. But if you're going to play bad teams, do what you did.
They struggled at Northwestern at that field on the lake, and then they annihilated Oregon State, who also, it means nothing. So now you're going back on the road, cross country to Penn State.
Right. I think the table is set for Penn State. That's why I said at the beginning, I'm picking them to win it all, because if not now, when? The table's set, man. You don't get teams like this at home.
Yeah, I think Penn State gets this job done. I wanted to back Oregon as a dog, but when I started digging into the schedule more, it's like, what have they done? Why am I so much higher on this Oregon team than I was at the beginning of the year? Because they beat the hell out of a bunch of homeless dudes.
When you see it, that's an electric offense. I mean, you know it. It doesn't matter who they're going against. They're going to score some points on Penn. They're going to score some points. Now, this is one of those Franklin games, man. This could make or break you.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, listen, it ain't like Dan Lanning's known for winning big games.
No, you're right. Just look to last year.
Someone's got to win it. Alabama's at Georgia. Man, another one. Did you know this is the first time in the Kirby Smart era that Alabama's played at Georgia?
I didn't. That's nuts.
That is nuts. As many times as it feels like they played.
That's malpractice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm a member.
The first time it's happened. And I want to bet Alabama here, but Georgia just they're tough to beat in that building, and I keep going back to, okay, well, what's Alabama done? And Ty Simpson, since that first game against Florida State where he looked dreadful, it looks like Ty Simpson's figured it out, but that's against UL Monroe and Wisconsin, who we now know Wisconsin is total garbage. They lost to freaking to Maryland, who I thought Maryland was the worst team in the Big Ten, and they spanked Wisconsin.
It's on the road, though, right?
It's at Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna watch this game and just learn from it.
This feels like Alabama's primed to do something.
Well,
because should Georgia have had that much trouble with Tennessee?
I don't think so. Should Georgia have had that much trouble with Austin Peay the week before? Probably not.
I think there's a possibility here for.
But they've also had a bye week and 2 weeks to prepare for this Alabama
Georgia's
team.
Just Jimmy's and Joe's. If you just go off talent, they got more of it.
Well, and Kirby Smart's a hell of a coach. Although I think Kalen DeBoer's pretty damn good too. So
this could buy DeBoer's another year.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. No matter what happens
agree.
for the rest, if you beat Georgia, you get another year to try it again.
Robert says Oregon State's a rivalry game and should not be discounted. The thing is, though, now Oregon State, they have the same players that UTSA and these types of schools get. It's a rivalry game, but it's not a fair. It's like Texas playing Texas State. It's a rivalry to Texas State. It's not a rivalry to Oregon anymore because they're not recruiting the same kids anymore. Because
the rivalries of the first half. Normally, the rivalry part of it is played out by the end of the first half because there's just not enough manpower to keep up the intensity. But in the second half, we saw what happened. They pulled away and beat the pants off them. This offense is going to score some points. We know that Dan Lanning has enough of the guys that can do it against anybody. It's just a matter of defense stopping this offense and finding a way on their defense not to get overpowered. And if they do that, they're going to be in this game, but they still have to cross 2 time zones and play at 9 a.m. on their clock. And I don't care who you are. You get off that schedule like that, that's weird. You can practice it all week long. It's just hard to be ready like that.
Missouri, 43.5-point favorite over UMass. I've got no idea if they're going to cover that number, but because that's just an insane number. But yeah, Mizzou should have no trouble with that team. And then BYU is at Colorado. BYU laying 7 on the road. I don't know if that makes sense to me. I don't know if BYU Colorado is better than East Carolina, and last week BYU was laying 7 at East Carolina.
I watched a little bit of Colorado Delaware.
Okay.
Delaware moved the ball with ease.
Yeah. Well, Delaware's a pretty good team.
No, I think BYU is going to move the ball. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to stop. I don't know which quarterback's going to play. Third string, is he still starter? Or
no,
did he fall back to transfer or number 1 overall?
So it turned out the way that Dion made it sound was that this was more of a discipline thing than anything else, and that's the reason why Caden Salter was sitting. Caden Salter's playing.
They're going to move the ball.
He's their best. He's their best option.
It's just a matter of who stops who. I think BYU's going to beat them. I do, just because Delaware shouldn't have been able to move the ball. Well, Delaware is probably pretty good for their neighborhood.
Yeah.
BYU can move the ball.
I will also say there may be a little revenge after BYU humiliated Colorado last year.
Oh, that's right.
Here in San Antonio.
I forgot about that.
We sat and watched that.
We watched their 2 dudes fight each other on the side.
Yeah.
What a mess. Have you noticed that Dion's a candidate for a bunch of other jobs? Have you seen his name mentioned? Oklahoma State even mentioned him.
Well, be a way to get some interest in your program.
So as much as we look at what he has done as kind of like an experiment still in process, the money he has generated for the university is enough for every president to think, wait a minute, maybe we should talk to him too.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also going to cost you a pretty penny.
Oh, it won't be cheap, but do what Colorado did. You gotta share ticket sales and merch.
Plus, he didn't have any other kids that he can play.
That's the draw. I'm not kidding.
That guy needs to get out there and plant some seeds.
We have easier adoption process down here.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at a couple more games, including what's going on for UTSA this weekend. Big game for the Runners. I got to tell you about L&S Pump Repair and Machine Shop. And if you've ever worked in the oil field, I worked in the oil field when I got out of the Army. And the number one thing that makes people lose their mind in the oil field, makes the money man, the company man lose his mind, is downtime. Because every minute that rig isn't producing, that is money flying away, and no one can afford downtime in that business. And you know that if you're in the game. So whatever you're doing, drilling in the Eagle Ford Shale or managing saltwater disposal, you've got to keep your pumps running. You understand that, and that's where L&S comes in. They are your home team. specializing in everything from saltwater disposal pumps to heavy-duty H pumps. They've got 24/7 service on stocked parts, so you're never going to have to be waiting around for someone to deliver a part. And guys, they got flat rate preventative maintenance that keeps you ahead of the game. If you need a new setup altogether, they'll build it from scratch, custom. They'll build it for whatever you need. If your pump's knocking or your flow's slow, call the trusted pros, LNS Pump Repair, 936-853-3810. That's 936-853-3810. Tell them AJ sent you. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still working this accident on I-10 westbound at Wurzbach, northwest side of town. 2 left lanes are blocked. 5-6 minute delay has you slow from Loop 410. Looks like both shoulders are closed as well. Road work on 35 southbound Weidner on down to Thousand Oaks has 2 right lanes blocked. Delay is going to start right around 1604. Loop 410 northbound Calabre to I-10. That's starting to fill in and slow down. Also noticing delays on Highway 90 eastbound 211 on over to Loop 410. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
The Fall Golf Classic. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back, my emotions are stable, and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 2:30, the Aggies take on the Auburn Tigers. Presented by Just Punts. Pregame at 1:30 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Party and yeah! Party and yeah! Fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Yes! Good to hear from you, Kitty Big Balls. A lot of discussion about my mustache on the Brigade Bar.
I know, it's growing.
This is the new me.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
It's getting thicker.
I
That's
get
why.
the sense it'll be gone soon enough.
It might be.
I just because you're not the master of your domain.
Oh, but I am.
No, you're not.
Oh, but I am.
Your life is going to get a whole lot easier eventually. The moment you realize that.
Hey, does your wife roll her eyes every time you touch it or groom it?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
She's, the
She's like, why
the
are
old
you...
saying is the power to tax is the power to kill.
Yeah.
She's got the power to tax.
Yeah, she does. But he's still doing it.
I'm saying you can grow that mustache as long as you like. But,
You've got a mustache.
But I had to get approval, and it was not easy. But once I got approval, then I was good.
I do what I want.
That's what I said.
Do what I want, Ron.
Then I finally gave in, and then we had a discussion.
Ren says he heard I'm giving out free mustache rides. Nothing's free, baby. Nothing's free.
Nope.
Gas, grass, or ass.
That's right.
No one rides for free. I had that T-shirt when I was in
right.
7th grade.
Yeah.
That's
grade.
That's my thought right now.
Grass.
Different times.
Yeah.
That's my thought right now.
In my good times van. Wrap your ass in fiberglass.
That's right, baby.
All right.
Like my shag carpet, baby.
Who wants to go see Sabaton? Oh, it's going to be a party out there at the Boeing Center at Techport. Sabaton, the Legends on Tour. Oh, just listen to this.
I can feel it right there.
Oh. This is going to be a party, Rob.
So this isn't Lita Ford?
No. This isn't, who's that gal that's saying Betty Davis eyes?
Kim Carnes?
This isn't Kim Carnes either.
No.
She might be opening, though. I'm not sure.
Kim Carnes might be
opening.
opening.
Crank it up here. Let's hear what the...
It sounds like British
Vikings.
metal. What was the Run to the Hills?
Iron Maiden?
This sounds like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Or Spinal Tap.
This is Metal AF.
It is Metal AF.
Yep.
Oh, listen to this.
Dude, this is Viking metal.
Yeah.
I hope they serve meat at this show.
Oh, they will.
I get the sense I would need like a torch, like a big torch with fire.
I'm gonna drink out of some
horn?
sort of a horn.
Yeah, I think so.
This is delicious ale. If you want to go jam out at this show, you can. February 15th at the Boeing Center at Techport. Let's go with caller number 5. You'll win a pair of tickets. Win a pair of tickets. Go enjoy that show. Sabaton.
I kind of liked that one.
Jesus says the difference looks natural with Rob. With AJ, no.
Well, because you've never seen me without my beard.
Yeah.
You saw AJ without that last week. So
It's just new, man. It's just new. So it's like, imagine, it's like if I got a haircut. Imagine if Rob and I traded haircuts overnight. Yeah, you'd say that doesn't look natural.
That would be odd.
It would be odd.
That would be. You ever
You'd
seen
say
the
that
movie
doesn't look
Face
natural.
Off? The movie Face
Yeah,
Off?
yeah. With
Connery?
John Travolta and who's the other guy?
Was it Connery?
Nick Cage.
It was Nick Cage, that's right.
Yeah. That came out at the same the reason why you said that came out at the same time as The Rock, which was Sean Connery and Nick Cage, and also the same time as Con Air. All 3 of those movies were in theaters at the same time. 3 Nicolas Cage movies.
Nick Cage was a god.
And they were all like 1, 2, and 3. I mean, he was rolling in dough bag. For a guy who's a legitimately terrible actor, that's impressive.
Yeah, it really was.
He's fooled a lot of people
Well,
over his time.
I knew he was a partier, and then I found out he was running with Charlie Sheen in the glory days.
Oh,
and,
yes, baby.
Confirmed the greatness that was Nick Cage.
But I don't know if he has AIDS. I'm not sure about that one.
Now that we know that about Charlie, something might have slipped in there, Nick.
You never
know.
UTSA football in action again this weekend, coming off a.
No, they're off this week.
Oh, they are off
taking
this
a
week.
break.
You're right.
A well-deserved break.
They're off their big win last week. Yeah, you're right. They're at Temple next week. I don't know why I had them written down on my notes.
Well, because coaches having to fend off all the. You going to Oklahoma State?
That's right.
Have they called you yet? Which I have on good authority. They have.
I'm sure they have. Yeah. But yeah, UTSA will get into to conference play next week when they go up to Philadelphia. It's funny that they've got a conference opponent in Philadelphia.
This can be a good roadie.
And same with Texas State. They're off this weekend as well before they go play Arkansas State.
They're going to beat the pants off Arkansas State.
Well, unless their coach gets stolen away by someone.
That's the other one.
That is also a possibility.
Have some interviews lined up right about December 1.
And it looks like poor Incarnate Word kind of sucks at football, it appears. They are 1-3 now. They get Abilene Christian this weekend. I'm not watching these games. The only game I saw any of was the UTSA game. But 1-3 ain't good anywhere. I'm not sure what conference that's good in, but
ACU is pretty good.
I think so. Yeah. So there you go. There's your local.
The crazy thing about Incarnate Word is the fluctuation you're going to see with a school like Incarnate Word. It's going to be so dependent on transfers.
Oh yeah.
For schools like this, more so than any other place, you can go from 2-8, 2-9 to 9-2 because of one dude.
Yeah.
We'll see that with Incarnate Word because think of this. The starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans was the starting quarterback for Incarnate Word 4 years ago.
Yeah. Although, I don't know how much longer that's going to last.
Well, there's some other things, but he made it anyway.
He
signed
made
the check.
it.
Hopefully there is I saw last night that there is a Marcus Mariota weight room at Oregon that he must have donated a bunch of money. Oh, Cam Ward sends a little bit of that scratch back to Incarnate Word, just a little something.
Just a little something.
We'll call it the Cam Ward training facility, something like that. Just a little something back, a little help.
We'll never forget you here, Cam Ward. Never.
Brief shining moment.
Never forget the days that Cam Ward was slinging it around sidearm over at Incarnate Word. Boy, we'll miss him.
Good times.
All right. Man, we're already halfway there.
Yeah.
Friend, we're halfway there on a Friday. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to dig into the NFL, the National Football League. The autumn wind is a pirate.
I like Raider, but pirate's the real word.
Say it in your best.
The autumn wind is a pirate.
Here's how I say it. The autumn wind. It's a pirate. A lot of people have said it's a raider, a pirate. A synonym of raider and pirate is the same.
Yeah, there we go.
No matter what.
Have some
AJ, you become
acetaminophen.
very famous.
Thank you.
Have some acetaminophen.
Yeah. Jeez.
Release the acetaminophen files.
Acetaminophen
files.
Let's see the files.
Let's see them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's see the files.
The
women.
Epstein files.
It's so funny that the escape was on women. You know what? You can't have an abortion, but you got to deal with the headaches, though.
Be careful.
I don't care.
1 hour, two more out. There's time
Tough it
left.
out.
National football next. The greatest football.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Oh, those fall breezes are blowing. The travel bug is probably hitting. If you're wanting to get out of town for a long weekend or staying home because you don't want to worry about your pets, let me tell you, head out of town. Go have some fun because there's a place for your babies. It's Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit there on 35 and 1604. Don't let your baby's needs to stay home keep you from doing the fun stuff. So if there's a weekend getaway on your schedule, if you're looking to go have a good weekend at a football game and you don't want to leave, go. Let your dogs go have some fun. Take them over to Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. They're going to be taken care of like you would take care of them. Thousands and thousands of square foot of play space, both indoor and out. And on those hot days, which are going away, they do have a splash pad so they can play in the water. But it's all the extra stuff that I appreciate so much when I take Avery and Sensei. It's the personal care they get. It's the video in their pens. It's the bedtime check-in with a little treat. It's all the extra stuff that you would do for your babies. They're going to do anyway. Call them today to reserve your spot. It's 210-750-1298. I'll say it again, 750-1298. MyBunkinBiscuit.com. Don't ruin your plans. Take your dogs where they want to be while you go where you want to be. That's MyBluebonnetBunketBiscuit.com. You'll thank me later, trust me.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute definitely filling in. Let's start at 151 eastbound. That connector to Loop 410. We've got a wreck. That connector ramp partially blocked. So about a 5-minute delay. Stop and go from Military Drive. 1604 westbound, the on-ramp from Stone Oak Parkway. This wreck has the on-ramp partially blocked. I-10 westbound approaching 37. Disabled vehicle now off to the shoulder. Definitely slowing down along 35 northbound, division up to Highway 90, and 410 northbound, Military Drive to Fredericksburg Road, also rolling slowly. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Last night's Thursday night football game ended with a lot, but started slow. Final score 23-20 as the Seahawks went on the road to take down the Cardinals. 20 of the 43 points scored in the fourth quarter. The Dallas Cowboys look to bounce back as they return home for Sunday night football, taking on the Green Bay Packers. Your high school football game of the week, Churchill Chargers take on the Madison Mavericks. Pregame at 7, kickoff at 7:30, right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
8:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Woo! Oh, yeah, baby. Halfway done on a Friday, at least for us. You suckers are probably just starting your day at work. That sucks.
We do more before, that's the Marines, right? More before lunch than you do all day, or breakfast.
More before breakfast.
As a former Army type, do you take great umbrage with that?
No, I mean, I'm sure they do a lot, too.
As an Air Force guy, I had a 10 o'clock wake up.
Oh, God. Yeah, I wish.
What? I mean, that's when the breakfast buffet would open.
Oh, okay.
Before we had to report to work at noon.
Yeah, we had a 5 a.m. PT.
Oh, no. We were just getting home from the club.
Well, us too. Yeah, dude, I'll never forget when I was at basic training. My drill sergeant, his last name was Heckathorn, and we had
Sergeant Heckathorn.
We had
That's a good name.
Sergeant Bennett and Sergeant Heckathorn, and Sergeant Bennett was a big black dude, no nonsense guy, and Heckathorn was this yoked up, built like a fire extinguisher,
bulldog kind of dude,
and he was calling out cadence when we're running.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he just looked over while we were repeating back what he had said. Just a projectile for about 4 seconds.
That's a man.
All in stride. and then hit the next line in the cadence.
Hit the Jody right on time.
Oh, yeah.
That's a man right there.
That's impressive.
Man, that's hey.
As long as he's in the back of the line.
Yeah.
Well, he's off to the side.
Oh, he was calling it. That's right.
Yeah, but and that was a day that I knew the infantry was for me. I knew I was amongst brothers.
Everyone was drunk still?
Oh God,
Yeah,
I don't know how many times.
Sweating it out.
I don't know how many times I puked on the side of the road doing like we because they'd make us run stupid distances, and like you could probably just play it off as like, man, I
just got hot.
I had to run 8 miles. Of course I threw up. Like, no, I mean, well, a lot of other people were able to run 8 miles and not throw up. Well, they weren't out last night. You know, it's.
I can tell you this: I served in an entirely different military.
Oh,
we are not the same.
No, I'm
You're
certain
much
of
tougher than I
that.
am.
I'm certain that we worked in
I
much
had to
different
run
environments.
one time a year. I had to run. I think it was a 9-minute mile. I think one time a year.
Oh my God.
We had to qualify.
Yeah, we did too. One time a year.
It was like one time a year.
It was 12 minutes for us.
Maybe it was 12 minutes. It wasn't hard. It was a leisurely stroll.
You had to run 1 mile in 12 minutes?
A mile
something
and a
like
half.
that.
Mile and a half.
Whatever it was not hard.
It was 6 laps around the track.
And I can tell
That's
you,
a mile and a half.
Yeah.
half of our
crazy.
unit, while we were very good at what we did,
Yeah.
we're not physical specimens by any stretch.
Nope.
No. Yeah, all the double X uniforms were shipped down to where we were.
Man. So this is how you know it was different. So at my unit, if you didn't score a 300 on your PT test, you didn't pass. You were going to take it again the next week. And if you didn't score a 300 on that one, you were going to take it again the next week.
We'd never PT test. What's that?
That's where you qualify.
Qualify for what?
To graduate from boot camp.
Oh, from boot camp?
We had to do that we had a monthly PT test.
Oh, no, we just had it the one time at the
And
end.
if you didn't score a 300, you were doing it again the next week. You had to do it every week of that month.
Oh, wow.
If you did score a 300, you did it once a month.
Really?
Which, by the way,
not an issue in the Texas Air National Guard, I can tell you that. Not a thing that we had to deal with.
And we had to run 2 miles, and for us, if you weren't under 13 minutes in 2 miles, you were too slow.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but very different militaries we served.
Yeah, we served
in different time.
Very
periods,
different.
too.
Did very different things.
What years were you in, Vic?
92 to 96.
Oh, see, we didn't miss each other. I was in 98 to 02, so we didn't miss each other by that much.
Yeah, you were in way.
I was
before
in
that.
84 to 93.
Yeah, see, so that's a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just, it was just different, man. Different branches, different life, I guess.
Dude, so ridiculously different. I was serving with dudes that had been in Vietnam.
Okay, I was serving with a bunch of dudes who our NCOs were back from Desert Storm, Desert Shield.
I went to Desert. I served at Desert Shield, so you got my guys where you're.
Yeah,
old
the Gulf
dudes.
War just happened when I was in. Yeah, when I was in boot camp.
But our officers were all, infantry officers.
Oh,
which
now we had a bunch of naval aviators and
we had a bunch of dudes that made it through Vietnam, and we're just like, I don't give a
flip. If you made,
I've seen the other side, brothers.
About the time when infantry guys start respecting officers, or when they're a captain,
right?
If you're a lieutenant,
butter bar, trust me,
even a first lieutenant,
that's everywhere.
You're a dope.
That's everywhere. Trust me, I had one on. You get no respect.
Yeah, I heard E5s telling lieutenants, get the F out of my office.
I remember first walking through, we had the bar on, and we're looking for a salute, got nothing. And I turned to one old sergeant like, are you going to salute me? And he just looked at me like, nope.
No.
By the way, shine my shoe. Go get your shine box.
Am I going to salute you? Are you going to kiss my ass?
Yeah. Go get your shine box, and I might look your direction next time.
Oh, no.
I might throw you a tip.
Dude.
All right. NFL Week 4. We got a little bit underway last night. Seattle, the first team to hit 3-1. Arizona fell to 2-2. I don't think the Bills will go to 3-1, but I guess it's a real possibility. Well, if they do, that means they lose to the New Orleans Saints.
No. I thought you were going past it. No, they're going to beat the pants off the Saints.
They are 15.5-point favorites over the Saints at home. This is, like I said, the second largest underdog the New Orleans Saints have been in the history of their team.
Now the question on this game is, how do you bet it? Is this a Cook game that gets 125 and 30 carries? Is it a Josh Allen 3 touchdowns in the first half and put it to bed? How would you gamble on the DFS or the daily on this?
I would probably look at pass attempts higher for Spencer Rattler because they're going to be so far down. Yeah. They're just going to have to chuck the ball.
And I love that as an Olave owner. So maybe look at Olave a little bit higher for targets, catches, and yards.
I just think they're going to be throwing the ball around because they're not going to have really a choice. I think, if anything, you can probably play Josh Allen lower because these aren't the games that the Bills have Josh Allen for.
No, I agree. I completely agree. I just part of me wants to see Allen uncork. Let him run around and throw a couple touchdowns before we put him on ice.
Joe said he got the Bills in his survivor pool this week.
That's a good pick.
That's certainly the safest bet.
Yeah.
I'm being a little greedy. I'm saving them. I'm going with the Lions. Just because
What about Green Bay? Jeez.
Well, you could do that too. I don't like to take road teams in my in my survivor pool.
I'm not sure this is going to be a road game. There's going to be a fair amount of green in that building.
Titans are at the Texans. The Texans are laying 7.5 points, which is nonsensical to me, but it does tell you how much the Titans suck. The Titans might, if the Saints aren't the worst team, the Titans are. I can't, in good conscience, tell anyone to bet on the Texans laying over a touchdown because I don't know if they'll score a touchdown.
I'll say this. If the Texans don't look good this week, which I expect they will, they're never going to look good. If they can't do it this week, if they can't find a way, even with all the injuries, to look like a team that can make the playoffs, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know about covering, but I do think it'll be a game that as a Texan fan, you'll be happy on Monday.
Well, this is the resistible object and the movable force. With the Texans offense against the Titans defense. Something's got to give.
Well, CJ, you're going to have to be a separator. You're just going to have to be a difference maker, and I think this is an opportunity.
Ravens at the Chiefs.
Ooh, boy.
Ravens minus 2.5. I bet this last week, and I kind of regret it. I bet the Ravens, and the only reason I regret it is their injury report is bad. Everybody's hurt on that defense.
And that's the worry right now. And it's hard to fathom that the problem with this team is that they're giving up 35 points a game. Now, it just doesn't make any sense.
Now, the good thing for the Ravens is the guys that are hurt, or it's all their D tackles, it's their linebackers, it's the guys who stop the run. And Kansas City doesn't run the ball. Like they just don't. Kansas City's basically stopped trying to run. Now, Patrick Mahomes is their running offense.
I saw this whole thing about Pacheco and how they've kind of forgotten about him, and when they have used him, he's been ineffective. Do you think if you're and this is just a sidebar, isn't Kareem Hunt there?
Yeah.
Seems like the kind of game that Andy Reid would fall back on a vet that he can trust. I wouldn't be surprised to see some attempts. They're just kind of throwing that out there.
Well, what I do know is I think the Ravens are going to score in the 30s, and the Chiefs are going to have to keep up some way.
Well, they got Xavier back, right? He's going to be playing. Is that the expectation?
He practiced.
I'd pay real close attention to that.
Yeah. If I had to bet it again, I would still bet the Ravens. But
the Ravens.
I wish that I wouldn't have bet it. I'll say that.
No, I think you've got the right team.
I forgot the early kick. I didn't even jump into the 8:30 game. Vikings-Steelers, kegs and eggs, baby.
In Ireland, baby.
In Dublin. The Vikings are 2.5-point favorites. I love the Vikings here.
I think so, but I don't know, man.
Okay, here's what I found out about the Vikings last week. It doesn't matter who plays quarterback for them.
Well, it's still Carson Wentz.
Okay. Is Carson Wentz better or worse than J.J. McCarthy?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Is Carson Wentz better or worse than Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So he's not going to be the reason they win or lose, and the Steelers' defense is ass.
Well, Carson Wentz might be what cures you.
Didn't look like it last week.
This roadie at a weird start time, I just kind of fall back on at least Aaron Rodgers is a vet.
Yeah. Carson Wentz is a vet.
Yeah, but Aaron's been – I have a feeling Aaron's probably played overseas. I don't know. I just fall back on who's the guy that I trust to have been there and done that.
I did an opium binge in Dublin once.
Yeah, maybe. I want Minnesota to be a good football team. I think the world's going to be better if they are, and I'm afraid that Carson Wentz might screw up something that, at least for a half.
All I know is about Pittsburgh barely beat the Jets, and they beat the Patriots by a touchdown despite getting 5 turnovers. They barely won the game. I think Minnesota's just better. I mean, I was high.
More talented.
I was high on Minnesota coming into the season. I just think they're so well coached.
I want Minnesota to be good. I do. I want them to go do something. I just worry about this kind of game over there with Carson Wentz. You're still down one wide receiver. Aaron Jones is now gone, even though he was splitting some carries. I'll admit they don't have a full chamber. They don't have all the bullets they need.
Commanders are at the Falcons. Falcons 1.5-point dogs at home. I don't agree with that. I like the Falcons. I think this is a good bounce back spot for them. The Commanders are just so beat up. Now, Michael Penix stinks, and that might just be a permanent thing. He may just not be any good. The good news is Bijan Robinson stands behind him. Just let him touch the ball, and I promise you good things will happen.
And that's what they'll do at home.
I think that's what they need to do. And we still don't know the status of Jaden Daniels. Right. I mean, there's a chance that he doesn't play.
And even healthy, he couldn't find McLaurin. There's some discussion that needs to go on.
Well, McLaurin, I think, is not. I think he's out.
Yeah, and even when he was healthy, they couldn't figure out how to play him. So that offense is in trouble.
Browns are at the Lions.
So you like the Lions here?
Well, I like the Lions to win.
But what's the line?
9.5. I don't like that.
Yeah, okay.
In fact, I like the under in that game. The total's at 44.5. I really believe this Browns defense is elite. Now, I think
can't run on them.
I think as the season goes on and they keep losing games, they'll stop being elite because they're going to be like, dude, this sucks. Like we can't get any wins because the offense does nothing, and then usually you start to see some decline. But I think right now they got their chest puffed out.
You're never going to be able to run on them. I don't care what happens. You're not going to run on this team. You're going to have to throw the ball.
And you better throw it fast because Myles Garrett's coming.
So I think that it's possible, but this defense is the under all year long.
Yeah, they're going to be an underplay a lot, and that includes even a Lions game indoors. I still like the under. Panthers are at the Patriots. Patriots are -5.5, and I think there's some people who said, "Oh, Panthers, they won 30-0 last week. Maybe they're not totally bad."
Well, I think they're totally bad, but it did tell you that they can score some points.
It did.
Yeah, so I think that's a good thing for New England. They need to get in a shootout. You know what I mean? Go move the ball up and down and prove to your quarterback that he can wing it to more than one dude.
Yeah, I like New England here. I think, like I said, against Pitt, they would have won that game if Ramondre Stevenson
hold on to the ball,
can hold on to the football. Yeah, I think as long as the Patriots don't have 5 turnovers, I think they win that game. Yeah. And then I was looking at like deep dive in the statistics, and there's some like Kevin Cole and a couple of these other guys who will do like true final scores, like based on the stats, what should the final score have been?
Really?
And that the final score of the Falcons-Panthers game should have been 10-7 Panthers. So it's not like it was it's not like the Panthers were great. The Falcons stunk. The Falcons stunk it up. Chargers are at the Giants. Chargers laying 6.5 on the road.
Take the money, take the points, take it all. Take it all. Jackson Dart's going to throw 2 interceptions.
Dude, this is a tough ask of a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. So it's not going to be that hard to win by that much, but yeah, this is a.
It really is. I like the Chargers a lot here. Yeah. I just like the Chargers in general. I think they've got it figured out. Justin Herbert looks incredible. Now, that could be fool's gold. But
they're going to have to run the ball. They're not going to have Najee there to help. Not that he mattered that much. O'Marion's going to have to carry the load, but I think that line's proven that they're just barely up to the task, and we know what the Cowboys were capable of, that defense. They're going to move the ball.
Claymore says QB change in Cleveland is imminent.
So?
Well, maybe. But Joe Flacco just got to win.
Yeah,
And again, I don't know if that helps the defense. If they start putting Dylan Gabriel out there, I mean, do you think that defense is more motivated? I think with Joe Flacco, they trust that he's just not going to screw it up.
But I will say this. There's going to come a time where they're going to play him just because
there's no point.
Yeah, so we're not there yet. Though.
But I do think, they feel like Flacco at least is keeping them in games and giving them a chance. Because when you do have a team that's built exclusively on defense, the one thing you can't have is turnovers.
Right. So they're going to ride the train until they lose a couple, and it won't be Flacco's fault he sits down. It's just we got to see these other guys.
All right, let's take a break. We'll keep hitting the NFL. We'll start with Eagles-Bucks on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Where are you headed to watch all the games and festivities this week? There's one place to go, and that's Twin Peaks, because it can please everybody in your crowd. No matter the game, you can see it from your personal man cave. You know, a great bar is all about degrees, right? 365 of all you want to see. How about 29 degrees of icy cold brew all day long? You know why? You'll know that because of the thermometer right there on top. And Fridays, let me tell you, it's a triple witching day there at the Twin Peaks. We got our bourbon and brews, so you know you're going to come in today, and they're going to be talking about the very best bourbons you're going to find. Pappy's and Van Winkle's and the like. Yes, and then the local brews to pair along with it. And let's have a lingerie party to celebrate a Friday. That's why Twin Peaks is so much fun. Every night's a different kind of party. There's always a special, and everybody can be taken care of for exactly what they want. So head over any one of those 4 locations. It's over on 151 and 410, De Zavala and I-10, Loopland right there at Park North, and the newest locale, though they've been there a minute, over there on the northeast side, IKEA Drive. The eats are always spectacular when you head to Twin Peaks. Scratch Maiden waiting for you when you get there. The drink's icy cold. You can trust the thermometer and the mixologist, but I'll be honest, I go for an entirely different reason. It's those scenic views.
The Fall Golf Classic. Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hornitos Tequila and America's team have one major thing in common. Everyone can enjoy them. They weren't made just to have a few fans, but to gather people who love high-quality, real Texas football and premium fresh-pressed agave tequila. It's for all our fans. Whether you live in Texas or not, or sip your Hornitos in a Paloma or straight, it's 100% agave tequila for 100% of Dallas Cowboys fans. Hornitos, the tequila de todos. Drink smart. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol by volume. 2025 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. Just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
All right, Morning Huddle. Vic said, hey, dude, you ain't got time to jack around. Get through these last couple games because we got to get to Coach Shoddy.
Yeah.
Eagles are at the Bucks. Eagles minus 3.5 on the road. So far, by luck metrics, these are the two luckiest teams in the NFL so far. The Bucks have won 3 games on the final drives of the game, and somehow the Eagles have been luckier per the metrics to be 3-0. So I like the Bucks catching 3.5 here. I
like the Bucks too, man.
I don't think there's that much of a difference between these two teams. I do think the Eagles' offense still doesn't look right, and I really think eventually they're going to call one of these false starts in a key moment, and it's going to bite the Eagles in the ass. So give me the Bucks this weekend, at least catching 3.5 points. That's a wild number.
And
on
it's
the
your
road.
Adoration of Baker. Come on, admit it. You love him. You love him.
Sure, if that's what if that's what gets you there. The Colts are at the Rams. Rams laying 3.5. I'd like to get a 3 with the Rams. I don't think it's coming, but I do like the Rams this weekend. I think the Rams are the best team in the NFC. I think when it's all said and done, they will be the best team in the NFC, and I think the Colts are a little bit of fool's gold right now.
Mr. Taylor. If Jonathan can run for 85 yards or better, look out.
I just don't know there's an answer for Puka Nacua. And
there's
quite frankly,
the offense is going to be tough. But if they can hold the ball and keep the ball out of LA's hands and just run, they got a shot.
There might not be. I know people say T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. There might not be a better duo than Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams
right now.
Because Devontae Adams, for all the talk that he's washed, it could just be that, he was playing for the Jets and the Raiders.
Dude, I have him on a fantasy team. He's getting buckets.
He's good, dude. He looks like old school Devontae Adams.
If I'm the Colts, run.
Jags at the Niners. Jags catching 3.5 on the road. I like Jacksonville here. I mean, the 49ers are just still beat up. I just think this is a big number for a team that with a backup quarterback.
You lose at home to the Jaguars.
I'm not saying they lose.
Look in the mirror.
I'm just saying they don't win by more than a field goal. That's all I'm saying.
I think if it's that close, they're going to lose.
They could. And then the Bears are at the Raiders. Raiders now laying 1.5.
Bears.
I like the Raiders.
No, they're all full of themselves this week.
Yeah, I think people are going to say, everybody thinks, the Bears are good. No, I think the Bears just played the Cowboys. Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, we will talk to Coach Brian Schottenheimer on the other side. Get his thoughts on the game coming up. I'm going to tell you about Karbach, though. Karbach is not the official beer of San Antonio, but it probably should be. Born in Houston, but they got to San Antonio as quickly as they could, and that's a fact. When they were starting to branch out, the first keg that got sold outside of Houston came here to San Antonio. They said, we really want to put our footprint in this market, and they have done that. There's something for everybody in their lineup. The Love Street, that's their best seller. That's their Kolsch-style blonde. Very smooth, very easy drinker. Great summertime beer. Hopadillo, that's their flagship IPA, a bitter, kind of punch you in the mouth, old school West Coast IPA. Crawford Bock is, I think, their best year-round beer. It's just perfect for any time of year. Just a great drink of beer. Ziegenbach as well. And they've got some great seasonals out right now. Karbachtoberfest is in stores right now. A great take on the Oktoberfest beers that you can get around the country and around the world this month. And then as well as the pumpkin and lager. If you're looking for something a little more festive, maybe the pumpkin and lager is right for you. Like I said, something for everybody in their lineup, and they are all over the city, not just the grocery stores and the liquor stores, but bars and restaurants too. So when you're out watching football this weekend, step up your beer game. Ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we just cleared that trouble spot at 151 eastbound off-ramp to 410. That was an accident. The connector ramp is now reopened. On 1604 westbound, the on-ramp from Stone Oak Parkway, that's partially blocked with an accident. 35 northbound Division to 90 rolling slowly. We've also got delays at 410 northbound Military on over to Fredericksburg Road. On 410 eastbound Vance Jackson, got a stall now off to the shoulder. 90 eastbound 211 to 410, that's rolling slowly, and noticing delays at 37 northbound Presa to a 35. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app, use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 five-star reviews on Google. So who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Stop wasting money on hard water costs. Go get yourself a Connecticut water system. It's one of the few household appliances that pays for itself. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. Connecticut water softeners are specifically designed to solve virtually any water problem you may have. Living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that costs you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform more efficiently with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today. 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a football Friday. We're going to be live out at Comalander Stadium.
Getting ready for a great high school game, but it's going to be a great weekend in college football. A&M, Auburn, Andrew Monica, the voice of the Aggies, joins us at 3:35.
And we're going to get you ready for a big weekend of NFL, including the Cowboys and the Packers.
Not your Titans and Texans?
Nah.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We got him on the line, Vic?
Not yet.
Oh.
He's in the car wash.
All right. See, you were rushing me for nothing.
Well, you never know.
Just go. You gotta take a break. You gotta take a break. Coach Shotty.
It's clock management.
I got Josh Allen on line 2. You want to talk to him?
No.
No?
Josh is busy preparing for victory. Josh, probably he's our the fourth Beatle here. He's the fourth Cowboy from hell. You know, Axeman, Bobcat, Torta Smasher, and the Prince.
And the Prince.
That's right. Rob texted yesterday. He said, we got to stop with the Bobcat thing. I don't like it. I don't know why.
That's the coolest name.
I know. He's got the coolest name out of all of us. And he's like, no, I don't like that.
I'm too old for
like
a
you say,
nickname.
you can't pick your own nicknames, and then somebody else picks you a nickname.
I think the nickname's something you get young and you're just kind of stuck with it.
But then somebody gives him a nickname. He's like, I don't want that nickname. You can't pick it, Bobcat.
I'm too old.
No, you're not too old.
Pinto, Flounder.
Flounder.
You can't. How do you think I feel? I'm Torta Man. It's what it is, man. It's what it is.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Well, part of it is I had a friend named Bobcat. I drove boats with a dude named Bobcat.
Well, I don't think you're Bobcat. You're the Bobcat. That's different.
It's like the Facebook and Facebook.
Yes, yeah. You're the Bobcat.
The Twitter.
The Twitter. Yeah.
The X.
Yeah. Looking forward to talking to Coach Schottenheimer. Again, I think this was, and I want to ask him. This is probably the first thing I'll ask him about. In fact, I'm going to give you guys a preview. This is the first week where I felt like he's really had to eat it, as the head coach. And I wonder if this week felt any different than after the loss to the Eagles, because
it didn't
after
feel like
the
loss to the Eagles. He was getting congratulatory calls. All of his buddies and friends were like, "Hey, man, that was great. You guys were far better than we expected." Those calls were different on Sunday night.
Yeah. So
last week,
we'll see if that's the case this week. My guess is he's getting a little different text messages and a little different DMs than he's used to. But
pressure's a privilege. Pressure is a privilege.
It is, and if you can turn it into something. But did you also, while we're waiting on Coach, did you see what the Niners said about about the Jags sign stealing?
Oh,
again?
That's a dog whistle.
Robert Saleh says that the Jags have a sign stealing system that is common amongst guys from Sean McVay's coaching tree, such as Liam Cohen.
Why don't you take my name out your mouth? Why are you talking about me?
He said they've got a really advanced signal stealing type system where they always find a way to put themselves in an advantageous situation. They do a great job of it. They formation you just to try to find any nugget they can. So we've got to be great with our signals, and we've got to be great with our communication to combat some of the tells that we might give on the field.
I appreciate both sides of this. If you're not doing that, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
Honestly. You better be trying to steal.
Well, and
stealing is such
saying
a
it's
broad
not,
word.
He's saying it's not. I mean, he's not saying it's illegal.
Yeah, just
but it's
pay
basically they look over at the sideline. They look and see how you react when they line up a certain way. They do it.
I want to hear that, because if you're not trying. That's the little stuff that separates you from just average.
Yeah. So, and again, I mean, that coaching tree's had a lot of success from Sean McVay to Kevin O'Connell, Liam Cohen. I think they might be onto something. I'd stick with it.
Throwing McVay's name into the pot. Hey, man, I'm not even coaching.
Well,
not even there.
It's his guy. It's his tree.
Man, keep my name out your mouth.
No, he's got a tree now.
Rams.
He's got a tree now. Once you have a tree, people start yanking on the branches.
They don't all cheat.
Well,
does every Belichickian guy cheat? Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think about it. Never mind.
Yeah. And really, most Belichick guys don't pan out after they get away from him anyway.
Once they get caught, they just can't do it like they used to.
Once they get away from Belichick, it turns out, they're not good. It was just Belichick is good at coaching, and he surrounded himself with people.
As we're killing time for Coach Schottenheimer, who is due imminently, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. What do you make of the talk of Belichick already being lured to another school? Already being
I can't imagine that's the case.
Like Florida.
I can't imagine anybody's going to want that. Like he's clearly in. He doesn't want to be at this job.
Well, maybe not, but I mean, after the inauspicious beginning, suddenly the system seems to work, kinda.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that Bill Belichick's going to be a good college coach.
What about Belichick to Miami as the Dolphins' next coach?
I could see that. Although I think he's gonna be so careful with his legacy, because there's already people who doubt that, because Brady had success without him and he didn't have success at post Brady. I could see that being a thing.
Well, it really depends on what the girl wants.
Yeah. What's the little missus want? All right, let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds today. He is the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Coach Schottenheimer joins us on the program. Good morning, Coach.
Morning. Hey, I got to laugh. I mean, I just was coming in listening to your guys' segment, and it's all what the missus wants.
Well, yeah,
I know. Literally, when we get done with games and whether we win or lose, my wife she's ready with some suggestions. She'll give me 15 to 30 seconds in the car to kind of unwind, and then she's like, "Okay, you feel better?" I'm like, "Yeah, I feel better." And then she just starts laying into me like, "Hey, don't run the ball up the middle on this down, and don't do this, and get the ball to Terp." And I'm like, "Wow."
Well,
I am so happy to hear this, Coach. I'm so happy to hear this.
Something tells me Bill Belichick's girlfriend isn't talking football with him on the car ride home.
No, they're talking entirely different conversation, man.
Well, listen, my wife is. So, listen, there's sometimes I wish she'd talk about other things, but, man, she's a football junkie too, so I can't get away from it. But
Rob's not the master. Rob's not the master of his house like I am, Coach.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have a standalone mustache that Rob said my wife is going to make me get rid of, but I don't have to do what my wife says.
Yeah, you can sleep on the couch the rest of your life.
Yeah, but Rob's a different guy. He whatever. So do you have to take your wife's advice, or do you just say, "Oh, sure, honey," and then go back to throwing the ball around?
Well, just because there's hundreds of thousands of people listening, I'm of course going to lie and say, "Oh, I never take her advice."
Yeah, there we go.
You're damn right I take her advice. Hell yeah, I do. I want to be married for a long time.
He's an honest man.
All right, Coach. This has been I would guess, and I wanted to ask you this. I talked about it earlier in the show. I'm imagining this has been your toughest week as the head coach of the Cowboys, because even after the Eagles' loss, it felt like a good loss. Like I know those things don't really exist in the NFL, but there was a lot of people saying, "Man, you guys, that's the defending champs. You guys hung right in there with them, could have won the game." And then week 2, even when things didn't go totally as planned, you still walked out with a win. This one, I'm imagining there's not a lot of rose-colored glasses you can put on this game against the Bears. Has this been a difficult week for you as the head coach, as far as like having to eat that bleep that comes along with being the man in charge for the first time?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I mean, obviously it wasn't a great game. We did not play well. We did not play well enough to win. And as crazy as that sounds, like sometimes it's easier for you to say, okay, well, yeah, we did not deserve to win the game. Hell, we turned the ball over. We couldn't get, off the field on third down. We gave up, 5 or 6 explosive plays for over 200 yards. And but if you believe in the mindset of compete every day, which I do, if you believe in the fact that you're guaranteed 17 rounds of title fights, which is an NFL regular season schedule, and you trust the process, Monday's Monday, and Monday is Tell the Truth Monday, guys. And we get up and, literally you come in and you've already seen the film because you watch it on your way home from the game. And then we go in and we make some adjustments, and the players come in, we make the adjustments, and then you move on to getting ready for a great opponent coming in here in Green Bay, and you immediately have to move on, because the worst thing that you can do in this business is to have a hangover and be concerned about something in the past when you've got another elite team. And that's every week. I mean, it's not just the Packers, it's the Jets, it's the Panthers, it's everybody. And so, I am the same guy, try to be the same guy every day. Am I 100% with that? No. Do I have emotions? Absolutely I do. And I've got a temper. But, again, disappointed we didn't play well, but at the same time excited that we get a chance to correct that on Sunday night.
As you're doing triage and prep for this week, what was the biggest concern? Injuries on the line, defense? What was the first thing that needed to be addressed on that Monday morning come to Jesus?
Well, I think obviously, that when you talk about injuries are part of the game, and you hate to see injuries, stack up some, but it's part of the game, and everybody deals with it. I would say the biggest thing is just, how do we limit the big plays on defense? Because I really feel like even in going back to the Chicago game, we're driving down the field and it's 31-14, and we throw the interception early in the fourth quarter. But I really feel like, guys, like if we can find a way to get that one in there, to get the ball that gets tipped up and gets intercepted, like if we can make it a 31-21 game, that's where you draw off your past of the Giants game of winning close games and things like that. But the biggest thing that we've been focused on Monday, which is what you guys asked about, was okay. Hey, look, you're going to give up plays on defense, and the way the league quantifies it, you guys know it, but explosive passes are any 16 yards or more. Explosive runs are going to a catalog of 12 yards or more. But we're not giving up 16-yard passes. We're giving up 35-yard passes and 60-yard passes and things like that. And so those are the things that prevent you from sustaining success and winning games. And that's where that comes down to communication. And our communication has not been good enough. So what do? Well, as a coach, you make changes. And one of the biggest changes we've made is we're now doing more meetings with the linebackers in a room with the safeties and corners and nickels, and they all sit in little pods. And when the play runs, they're talking and they're saying, hey, okay, here's the call. It's base 3, and okay, close left, and okay, then the receiver goes across. Okay, rip, Roy, whatever it is. And to hear these guys, to force these guys to communicate, because if you can't communicate in a air-conditioned room, sitting in comfy chairs here at the Star, then how are you going to do it, when it's moving faster and it's rolling in front of 75,000 screaming fans? And the answer to that question is you can't. And so that's been the main thing for us. And I really feel like, we're trying to tighten some things up, simplify some things so we can play fast, and we need to play with confidence. And I get right now our guys are, like, man, we just got to stop the bleeding a little bit. But the only ones that can do that is us, ourselves. And I love that. That's why I've got grit tatted on my wrist, or on my hand, because it takes tough guys to play in Coach's game.
Coach Schottenheimer joining us here on the program, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. Coach, one more question about last week before we move on to the next game. Down the stretch when, Dak was kind of dinking and dunking to Ferguson, I know you never want to give up completely on a game, but you guys had already dealt with some injuries in that thing. You'd already lost Booker. You'd already lost CD. Were you guys just trying to, by not going down the field, it felt like not trying to make explosive plays to get back into the game. Were you guys just trying to kind of get this game through and start getting ready for the next one at that point?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we played that game until we took Dak out, which was I think 4 minutes to go in the game. We were still playing that game to win. I think what they did a really good job of, Rob and AJ, is, and give Chicago some credit, they did a nice job, man, of playing us really, really deep and soft, and they weren't going to allow us to throw the ball over their heads. And that's a byproduct of the score being what it was, sure. Right? Like when you're protecting a big lead like that, believe me, we called plenty of shots in that situation, but if the shots aren't there, you can't be as cavalier as just to lob one up into double coverage to George Pickens, because you do feel like if you can keep chipping away at it, and then, like I said, imagine, if we can finish that drive early in the fourth quarter and you make it a 31-20. I mean, these games flip fast. I mean, hell, look at the Giants game, how right. fast they were able to. And again, we did not do a good job of keeping the ball in front of us against the Giants, and that's why they stormed back, whereas Chicago and their team and defense did a really good job of keeping the ball in front. But there were plenty of shots called. It's just, the ball's got to go based off where the coverage kind of tells it sometimes.
You pulled it with 4 minutes to go, but Dak has not been the problem. In fact, I don't think I've seen Dak play any better. And obviously there's some things to polish up, and the interception's certainly an issue, but your quarterback is dialed in. How did you get here considering all the things he's had to deal with? Is it just health and comfort?
Well, I think, again, a lot of it comes back to just the trust that he and I have in each other. I think, that's big part of the relationship of why, I'm sitting in this chair is my relationship with Dak, and I know him and he knows me. And but what he's playing with confidence with, guys, is because I think, he's seeing things really clear. And when you watch his footwork, and I'm just so proud of him because he's worked so hard at getting good at some of the under center stuff that we want him to do, which I think he's done a great job with. I think we know that Dak's a guy that's going to really thrive in anything that we do, but our action passing game, our play action passing game has been really, really good. But it just, I think it shows you how hard this guy works, man. If I got to say this, I don't think I've ever been around another quarterback, and these guys are all incredible workers, man. I'm telling you, incredible. And I'm not taking away from anybody, but this guy is incredible, man. This guy works on his body 24/7. He works on studying the opponent 24/7. He works on mastering our system 24/7. And, it just shows you that hard work makes a difference. And this is a guy that just has bought into, and nothing's been given to him. And he is working his tail off every week to be the best that he can be. And I think that's why you're seeing him play with so much confidence.
Coach, I'm guessing we're the first ones to ask you about Micah Parsons coming to town on Sunday. I don't know if you were aware he is playing for the Green Bay Packers. I've heard it kicked around some media. I don't know how deep you're into that kind of stuff.
I don't even think they talk about it up there.
Hold on. Hey, let me get my roster out, guys. I got to check. Let me get my roster here. Oh, okay. Yes.
He's number one.
I think, he's wearing number one now. It's different. He probably shows up different on film.
And he looks fast. Yeah, he looks fast on the film I've been watching. Yeah, he looks fast.
Now, Coach, what's the – obviously, last week the tight ends were involved a lot in pass catching. My assumption is you're going to have to leave some back to help this week. Your tackles continue to kind of struggle against the rush, and they got another guy, Rashawn Gary, on the other side who's pretty decent. So it's going to be hard to give too much attention to Micah. What's the strategy in your mind to slow down that pass rush?
Yeah, well, I think, first of all, thank you, number one, for saying that, because I've been saying that all week, and it's not to take anything away from Micah. We all know what a great player Micah is. But Rashawn Gary is a hell of a football player, too, and they've got incredible team speed. And the answer to the question, though, is, again, there's going to be a lot of people involved, right? There's going to be tight ends involved. There's going to be backs involved. There's going to be receivers involved. The tackles have to play well in this game because you can't keep everybody in and push the ball down the field. But again, it's a process, and I think the big thing for us is we want to be multiple with that, so that Jeff Hafley and his defensive staff in Green Bay can't get a fix on what we're doing. But what's been fun to watch as a football junkie like I am is how they're using Micah and the pieces and stuff like that. And that's a scary thought for the league, and it's something that will be a little bit focused on is how they want to move him around and use him with Rashawn. But very, very talented team, very, very talented defense coming in here, and it's going to be quite a challenge.
How do you address the lack of CeeDee Lamb and adding the other dude that needs to get some more? How do you address that knowing full well the value that CeeDee brought to you?
Well, again, I think number one, you hate to see it for CD because, again, I think, having an incredible year, and, he really has had a huge impact on us. Well, my conversation with CD's been about, look, you were voted captain not just because of your ability to play on the field. You were voted captain because of how you impact the locker room. And just because you might not be playing for a little while doesn't mean you can't impact the locker room. You know what I'm saying? And so, but again, the ball's got to get spread around. And, whether it's Jalen Tolbert, a guy that led the team in touchdowns, last year with 7, or Terp or GP getting featured. And, like you guys mentioned, Fergie had a huge game, and we can't just keep Fergie in the whole time. But again, we go as the running game goes, guys. I mean, I really felt like last game we could have run for probably 200 yards, and that's saying a lot in the National Football League. It's just when the score got to where it was, we couldn't continue to run the ball and have enough time to claw back into the game. And so, again, I think that's a huge, huge part of it is the running game and the play passes that come off that. But next man up is real, and again, hopefully CD gets back sooner rather than later, and I think he will. But at the end of the day, we knew that this would be something that throughout the course of the year you're going to have guys step up when people are forced to miss time.
Well, so far in the run game, the best offensive lineman you've had has been Tyler Booker, at least per PFF grading. Him being out for a while, do you guys do you think you can? And now that you've got cluster interior
Right.
O-line injuries, do you think you're going to be able to replace him and still have that effectiveness on the run game?
Well, again, the strength and power of Tyler Booker. That's why we took him, 12th
Yeah.
overall in the draft, and you love that. I mean, so he's hard to replace. But what we have done a nice job of, Will and Steven and Jerry, is we've got good depth. I really think that's important. I mean, a guy like Brock Hoffman's been here. You'll see T.J. Bass play quite a bit. T.J.'s been here for a while. These are guys that know the system. These are guys that have played together. These are guys that believe in one another. And again, running the football is more than just one guy. You guys know that. Again, I think the mindset and the intensity of our offensive line should never change based on who's out there. And again, we believe that, we preach that, and then I think the players will show that on Sunday night.
Coach, I think you guys set up the right way. I think anytime you've got a first-year head coach, a new head coach, a guy who's making his first head coaching job, I think it's great to have a coordinator who has been there and done that, who you can kind of lean on. And you guys did that with Eberflus. Is it difficult when his side of the ball is struggling for you to have conversations with him as sort of the guy who, has been there and done it, and you've been in his shoes and he knows what it's like to say, hey, man, I need more out of your side of the ball? Is that a tough conversation to have for you guys?
No, and thank you for asking that question, because the answer is no. Like, Flus has been awesome. And Flus is feeling the pain. He's never been here before. He wants his guys to play well, and they're going to play well. But Flus is so easy to talk to. And again, I think because I've been through this before, I've been the coordinator that your unit's not playing to standard, and you're not sleeping at night because you're like, man, you're worried about what do I need to do better and what can I do? Because you always start guys looking at yourself. You always do. Matt Eberflus is looking at himself before he looks at anything else. And the conversations have been great, and he's been so open to my thoughts. And again, I'm not the greatest defensive mind in the world, but I get people and I get communication and I understand those things. So I know the solutions are out there. I know we're going to play better, and it's because of the work ethic that Flus and the defensive staff have, but then the want to that our players have. I think that's so important.
All right, that is Coach Brian Schottenheimer. Coach, we appreciate the time.
Yes, sir.
And good luck this weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, guys. Always enjoy visiting. Thank you.
There you go. That is Brian Schottenheimer, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. He and all our guests appear via the Buyers Barricade guest lines. Buyers Barricades providing traffic control, rentals, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
Did you catch that thread in there? He talked about something 3 times. We're going to talk about it on the other.
All right.
He talked very interesting. Very interesting.
Rob was paying closer attention than I was. Per the usual.
No, you had a great question to close it out. That whole interview went full circle. If you think about what he said first and what he said last, there's something in there.
All right, we'll break that down on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotter. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
Calling all Cowboys Nation in San Antonio. Game day isn't complete without the right look, and the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need. Whether you're headed to the game or watching from home, the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has you covered. Find game day staples like jerseys and hats to fan favorites like hoodies and jackets at any of our 4 convenient locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Huebner Oaks Shopping Center. We're open 7 days a week. Find the best selection of Cowboys gear only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistant's assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
That leaf pile is 100 feet tall. Your dad can't handle this. Not without the right equipment.
Yard work piling up? Gear up for fall with John Deere. Get $750 off select mowers, $2,000 off select Gator UVs, and $3,000 off select compact tractors.
Did I hear your dad got a John Deere? Yep, bad day to be a leaf pile.
Gear up for fall at an authorized John Deere dealer, now through September 30th. Learn more at johndeere.com/gearupforfall.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033. 800-936-9033.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys Tailgate Tour presented by HEB.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, got a stall at 281 northbound at Loop 410 that they moved off a main lane, now off to the right shoulder. Another stall at 410 westbound Fredericksburg Road, right shoulder blocked. 281 northbound, southbound, that connector to get onto eastbound 1604. Those connector ramps are closed. Ongoing road work downtown 35, upper level northbound Laredo to Alamo, and then southbound the off-ramp to Alamo, the exit ramp blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Last night's Thursday night football game ended with a lot, but started slow. Final score 23-20 as the Seahawks went on the road to take down the Cardinals. 20 of the 43 points scored in the fourth quarter. The Dallas Cowboys look to bounce back as they return home for Sunday night football, taking on the Green Bay Packers. Your high school football game of the week, Churchill Chargers take on the Madison Mavericks. Pregame at 7, kickoff at 7:30, right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Only got one more hour.
That's it, man.
Your week will be done.
Woo! Oh, yeah. What do you think, Kitty? Yeah, I know. Wait, who did it better? Woo! I don't know.
I don't know. That was a good KBB woo.
That was pretty good.
That was a wet food meow. Yeah, one's wet food.
Oh, yeah. Give me the good stuff. I'll crack open that can. All right. You just heard us talk to Brian Schottenheimer, and listen, man, he understands where he's at. It ain't fun to do these interviews for him right now. I can't imagine. I will say, he's a good sport because
honest. I think he's as honest as he can be. He hadn't been beaten down yet.
No.
Let's see what happens. What he looks like next year.
We'll see. But I certainly he understands right now that the defense is well behind the offense, and he, like he said, he's been in those shoes before, but he knows that you can't win football games with that defense.
And I think that from the beginning of the interview to the end, everything fell back on the defense, and he talked about it 3 different times. The communication on the defense, the big plays killed him. So you get the sense his offense is okay. He feels like as long as we're ahead of the chains, we're not in a desperate situation. Even with this lineman, I got a quarterback that is dialed in. Now, granted, he was dialed into one dude. Now he's going to have to be dialed into several all at once again. He's going to have to trust another wide receiver. But the fact is, I'm not worried about my quarterback. And he even said, I feel like we could have run for 200 yards against the Bears, which maybe not.
If the game script stays neutral, then maybe, yeah.
So that tells me he's absolutely comfortable with this offense, even without CD, that they can move the ball, they can run the ball. But all week has been about defense and communication. The linebackers talking to the DBs talking to the safeties talking to the linebackers talking to the D line in a room watching film. To me, we know where they see the issue, and at least they're addressing it. My fear is you're bringing a knife to a gunfight. Like, no matter what you do, you just don't got enough to deal with this Green Bay team. That they do so many things well, and they don't have superstars on that side of the ball, but they got a bunch of good dudes.
Yeah, and that could be the case, but I don't know. And I think he's understanding also, like, we're up against it here because you're right. There's no superstars, but they do find a way to move the football.
Yes,
and I think he probably understands too that Micah covered up a lot of problems last year for this defense. And it's a tough conversation if you're the head coach because you ain't getting new players. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no – what you've got is what you've got to work with.
It's no shock to Eberflus. He knows his team is playing well. But the conversation that's hard for me is, AJ, is this, you hired Eberflus to come in and do the thing that he's good at, whatever that scheme is. And his is the bend that don't break. We're not going blitz. We'll attack you with 5. Every now and then I'm going to blitz from the slot, and I'm going to send a cornerback. For the most part, though, you're going to have to get behind me and beat me. And what's happened is they're getting behind you and beating you.
Yeah.
The blitzing isn't helping. You're not getting to the quarterback, and you're giving up massive chunk yards. If that's just it, that's a fixable thing, kind of. But I get the sense that that's the thing that they're going to try to fix. And then once they fix that, then we're going to realize we can't stop the run. And then they're going to start running the ball. And then this defense just doesn't have enough dudes.
But in this game, I'm also worried about the offense because
without CD, there's a lot of questions.
And he's saying the nice things about his guys, but I think he knows his offensive tackles suck right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way you can feel good about Tyler Guyton. And that's why I brought up, even if you try and take away Micah, Rashawn Gary's really good. Somebody's getting abused in this game on one of those ends. One of those tackles is going to get abused.
And you can only send your lineman to one side of the ball. I mean, if you're keeping your tight end on one side and you're running back on the other side to protect, that means you've only got 3 guys in routes.
Or he's just going to line up in power the whole game.
So there's so many questions. And because we're new with him, because we don't know exactly what he's going to fall back on, I don't know. But I feel like there's been such a concerted effort. Keep the ball in front of you so we're never down more than 10 points, no matter what. So we're never chasing anything. We're always in it because if we're within 10, that's a 2-score game that we can win because I got a kicker that's going to kick from 70.
There was – if you can turn back time. I want you to go back 5 years, Rob. 5 years ago. It was a new head coach, Mike McCarthy.
I remember the day fondly.
And they were 1-2.
Mm-hmm. He had just fired his defensive coordinator who fell out of bed and
he hadn't fired him yet.
Okay.
They were giving up 32.5 points a game, and people were like, what the hell's going on? This Mike Nolan guy's blowing it. They were going into a Week 4 matchup against the Browns, and they had a new head coach too, and the Browns were feeling good about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They were 2-1, and Dallas lost that game 49-38.
Yes, sir.
And after that, things started to collapse on that team. And that's when DeMarcus Lawrence said, I'd call us soft.
Mm-hmm.
We got to hold ourselves to a higher standard. I call this bleep soft. That was the quote from DeMarcus Lawrence. And he was right. It went on that this was it didn't help that Dak got hurt. That was the year Dak got hurt.
Dak got hurt, COVID. They couldn't practice the way they wanted to. Their defensive coordinator had been out of football for like 4 years and tried to implement this system by Zoom meeting. I mean, it was a terrible time.
You had anonymous players come out and saying Mike Nolan was unprepared.
Yeah.
Things fell apart.
We're not there.
If this is the Cleveland Browns blowing you out of the water, you might be there.
I don't think anybody's questioning softness or anything like that. I just don't think they understand what they're supposed to be doing. When I hear the head coach going, we have to communicate. We're not talking to each other. That's guys who don't know what they're supposed to be doing. You know, when you talk about communication, well, obviously there's a gap because somebody doesn't know what they're doing, and we need to be able to talk to each other to talk your way through this until we all understand the plan. So that tells me that we're not out on soft. We don't know what we're doing. We're getting beat deep because we're missing coverages. We're getting beat deep because we're not getting to the quarterback because blitz ain't working right. Timing's off. We're not talking. So that's the first fix. But I think when you do all that, you realize even when we're talking, even when we're communicating, the system isn't working. And I don't think we're there yet. Where with Nolan, we knew 2 weeks in, they don't like the system, they don't understand it, and they don't want to do it, and they don't want to learn it.
Well, I'll say if the results are the results, and if the Cowboys continue to be if the Cowboys continue to be the get right game for these crappy quarterbacks, then the heat is going to be on. And
I agree.
Not that Jordan Love's crappy, but Jordan Love was terrible last week. Jordan Love threw for 183 yards, and he threw a dummy interception that basically cost him the game. Something tells me Jordan Love's going to try to get right here.
Well, they're going to get right. They're going to throw. This team is 10 days ago. I had them as the best team in the NFL 10 days ago. And I can't name another guy on that offense other than Jordan Love. I mean, honestly, they're a bunch of really good dudes that move the ball. And there's no one guy to take away. There's no Monday morning, if we stop him, we're in good shape. They all contribute, and that's a worst-case scenario for this team because if you don't know where you're going and you're not communicating, that's worst-case scenario.
The things that got said about Nolan were he was running a scheme that didn't fit their personnel, or there were people who were saying the players couldn't figure out what he wanted them to do. I'm kind of hearing the same things already here.
Well, and first, that's a warning when you're talking about communication. Eberflus, this isn't his first time here. He does have a different system than the last two DBs. I mean, we're coming from a Dan Quinn attacking thing with everybody that's about 6'2", 225 across that defense to a Zimmer kind of zone blitz kind of different kind of defense to this. Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to do. I'm not mad at Flus yet. I'm
okay.
really not.
Well, I am.
As a defensive coordinator that started the season losing Micah Parsons. Okay,
yeah.
So here you go. Congratulations. You just lost the best player on the team and by far your best defender. Now make do.
Yeah. All right. Let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. First, I'm going to say about Underdog Fantasy, guys. Football's back. Underdog is the place to make your picks and win money all season long. And, of course, you can play it right here in Texas. For this game, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Rashawn Gary to have higher on his sacks because I do think the Cowboys are going to have to pay extra attention to Micah, which means they're going to be chipping and they're going to try to go run everything the other way. I think we may see Rashawn Gary have a big game. I'm also going to wake up early and I'm going to play lower on Aaron Rodgers completion yards or passing yards. Lowest ADOT in the league. He's dinking and dunking. Minnesota's going to take that away. So I like the lower on Aaron Rodgers. But you can do it however you want, and you can do it all weekend long because they've got the college games. They've got Major League Baseball. They've got lady basketball. They've got the UFC, which is a really fun way to play. And you just pick whatever your guys' stats are, higher, lower, whatever the stat may be. You pick them. You risk your money, and you can win up to 5,000 times that cash. You can play for as little as $1. Imagine that. You bet $1, you win 5,000. You can't beat that. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code Alamo. You score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. You could be next. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your midday commute, got a stall at 281 northbound at Loop 410 that they moved off a main lane, now off to the right shoulder. Another stall at 410 westbound Fredericksburg Road, right shoulder blocked. 281 northbound, southbound, that connector to get onto eastbound 1604. Those connector ramps are closed. Ongoing road work downtown 35, upper level northbound Laredo to Alamo, and then southbound the off-ramp to Alamo. The exit ramp blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
The phone. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
This report is sponsored by the Harlem Globetrotters. This isn't just a game. It's a once-in-a-generation event. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Come be a part of a legacy that never stops. Be there when history is made. The Harlem Globetrotters 100-year tour. Get your tickets today at harlemglobetrotters.com.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Thinking about replacing doors or windows? Well, whether it's 1, 2, or all of them, for the best price and quality, I've got the company for you. Hi, everybody. This is Joe Reinagle from 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star for windows and door renovations. Call and compare. Whether it's a window or door project at home, or if you're a contractor, windows and door renovations. 210-284-7888. Offering a wide variety of designs, styles, and materials. Save more with window technology that helps maintain your home's temperature, making your AC work less and your electricity bill go down. They're also selling Anderson windows, and all of their work comes with a lifetime warranty. Get the best price. Call now, 210-284-7888. Proudly veteran-owned and committed to supporting our military community. For more information, look them up on Facebook as Windows and Door Renovations. Call today, 210-284-7888.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Bubba, what happened to that rich girl you were seeing?
I'm still broken up about that. I really am. I think she was probably wealthy.
All right.
She had one boob.
What?
Now, there's an interesting detail.
She has one boob?
One
boob. Laura, how many boobs do you have?
I have 2.
He's not interested. Go ahead, Bob.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What if a quarterback completed 4 out of his 5 passes, or a point guard hit 4 out of 5 shots from behind the arc? Well, now, when you're hiring, you can play at that level, because 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter's technology hustles to find skilled people for your job, and you can invite your top picks to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair bill could wipe you out. Just ask Ludacris.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet. Without Endurance, a worn-out timing belt could cost you $1,700. A busted transmission, that's $4,000 easy. An engine meltdown, $7,000. But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again. With Endurance, your car's most expensive parts are covered. Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work. With Endurance, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
If your car is under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Choose the name Ludacris trusts, Endurance. Right now, get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. For your free quote, call 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958. 800-431-8958.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Green Bay Packers at Jerry World in Arlington. Pre-game at 6.
I like this kind of party!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yeah! Now we're talking, baby.
Yeah.
You'd stay. Guys, sometimes we just, we just got to play the hits.
Yeah.
I was telling you the price of booze at Bethpage. Ooh, it's not cheap to drink up there. Now they're saying that the prices are so high because they wanted to keep people from getting too lit. This just sounds like corporate greed to me, though. Yeah. A Michelob Ultra, which barely has any alcohol in it, by the way.
Right.
16 ounces costs you $15 up there at Bethpage. Yep.
What do they think? They're at a Spurs game?
Now you can get a little bit of a deal if you go for the 25-ounce can. You can get that for just $18. If you want a 16-ounce Bud Light, that's $15. If you want premium beer, though, that's $1 an ounce. 16 ounces is $16. Premium, 19.2 ounces is $19. You want Bud Light Seltzer, that's $16.
Well, if you're gonna, you should pay $16 for that.
What if you want Michelob Ultra Zero? Zero alcohol, non-alcoholic beer.
Okay.
12-ounce can, $12.
Are there any
you want a cocktail?
Are there any international brews to take care of the the international golf hooligans that are showing up? Maybe it's just to keep the golf hooligans from getting rowdy.
Now, if you want a cocktail, they've got those as well. You can get Tito's with grape, ginger, lime, club soda for $19.50. That's called an all-American transfusion.
All of that wasn't. Oh, okay. So they got a house drink.
There's a cocktail called Elijah. It's got Elijah Craig small batch bourbon, black tea, and lemonade. They call it the Mulligan. That's $20. Dark and Stormy is Black Seal rum, ginger beer, and lime garnish. That's $18. And the Cherry Fairway Fizz is it's cherry limeade moonshine, starry cherry lime, and a rubber duck, and you get that for just $18 as well. So good deals.
If you're at Bethpage, it's
you ain't worried about
you
it.
Afford it.
You ain't worried about money.
I had 17 Dark and Stormies.
How much is a Dr. Pepper?
They don't have that.
Oh, okay.
This is New York. They don't.
Oh, Coke?
No.
Why do you talk about Dr. Pepper? You sound like a poor.
You get seltzer.
You sound poor.
I need a Baralitos. Do you have any of that?
I wish you'd stop talking that way. It makes you sound poor.
Yeah, they have to have it for John Rahm.
Why are you dressed like that? You look poor. Oh, I'm here to golf. I'm golfing with my team. Well, it makes you look poor. That I don't like all the colors, the color wash of your uniform.
Oh, sorry.
It makes you look poor. In the world outside of sports, this is kind of a sad story, I think. A dad was told that his young daughter, had died of COVID, which that would be a terrible way to go. No one wants their kid to die of COVID. He's very sad about this, broken up. But, well, it turns out that wasn't totally true. Paloma Nicole Ariano, who is 14 years old, she died of a botched breast augmentation performed at a private clinic in Durango, Mexico.
Well.
The outlet says that her father was told by the ex-wife the daughter had been hospitalized in Durango and later died due to complications from COVID. But he found out the secret at the funeral. Carlos reportedly became suspicious about his young teen's death after family members paying their respects at her casket told him that her chest was much larger than normal. Okay. The mom had accompanied their daughter to Durango. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. Those look like normal-sized boobs to me. Okay. But after convincing Paloma to let him say goodbye to their child in private, he discovered she did, in fact, have breast implants, and scars, he says, proved the procedure happened recently. Now, you may say, well, that's terrible. That's terrible. Well, it gets worse, friends. The Durango's prosecutor's office is investigating the girl's death, and the doctor thought to be responsible for the surgery, a man named Victor Manuel, who is dating Paloma Nicole's mother.
Uh-oh.
He had been previously suspended by the Mexican Association of Plastic, Aesthetic, and Reconstructive Surgeons. Now imagine that. You get disbarred as a plastic surgeon in Mexico. You got to be doing something real wrong. Because you can get anything done in Mexico.
Yeah, you got to be using scissors or something.
I don't know.
No scalpel, though.
What a horrible, I mean, this guy's going to have to go to prison.
Yep.
Kill a 14-year-old. Who's giving a 14-year-old girl boob implants anyway?
Mom was involved.
Oh, she should go to prison too. I agree.
Yep.
Burn them all, man. Burn them all.
You know anybody that's gone across to get anything done? A BBL,
Oh, yes.
Little tuck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not uncommon.
Yeah. I know a girl who got her ass done. And, and when, literally when they were done with her, her husband had to pick her up in the alley behind the place.
Oh, good luck.
They wheeled her out. They wheeled her out to the alley, helped her into the truck, and drove away. That was it. It's like, well, good luck with that.
Offer some more booty.
Well, I mean, it's
a worthy attempt.
Like, what do you? I mean,
I don't want to stop anybody.
Let them. Let's not discourage women from
getting more booty.
It's all about them feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, if it makes them feel sexy.
You feel good about yourself, I feel good for you.
Did you ever go to? I don't know if you ever did this when you were a kid. The pool at your house is too far away from any kind of structure to jump off of. But like, did you ever like a house party or something? Climb up on the roof
the
and
house
jump
I
into
grew
a
up
pool?
in, we had we could jump off the roof into the pool.
And did you do it
all the time?
Okay, yeah, we had my house in Vegas. We had a balcony off of our bedroom on the second floor, and that overlooked.
We
the
luckily
pool.
had grass to the edge, so it wasn't this. But it was. You had to take a little run. It was about 15 feet. You had to clear some room. But you could jump to the pool.
Well, Vic, did you ever do that?
Nah, I didn't have no pool.
Oh yeah. Vic jumped off the roof into one of those little blue plastic pools that you get.
No, that we bought it at Wynn's.
Yeah, it broke your elbow, and your dad's like, rub some dirt on it.
At Wynn's or Bruner's?
Yeah, something like that.
Well,
Wynn's.
A couple people were transported to a hospital on Wednesday after falling, quote unquote, falling into a pool from the roof of a home. The problem was the pool was empty.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's
that'll do it.
Yeah, that's
Way
not
to
good.
go, man.
That's
nobody
not
thought
good.
to check.
That's not good. Well, I'm going for it, Terry.
It's kind of dark.
Well, big deal. Yeah, of course that's in Florida, where people are jumping off their houses into pools.
Wow.
Now, what's even crazier about this story is 2 people did it.
The next guy going after him. I think he's all right. I hope they went together. I hope they went in because the second one, I have some questions.
Yeah. You remember the guys who they were e-commerce entrepreneurs. They bought up a number of well-known retail brands, like they bought Radio Shacks.
I know who you're talking about.
And Pier 1s, like all these they bought them out of bankruptcy. Well, turns out you'll never believe what was going on with those guys. They're accused of running a Ponzi scheme. So you think these guys who thought, I'm going to buy up every old Radio Shack and Modell's sporting goods, you thought they were all on the up and up, like that was a good business decision. Well, it turns out, Alex Mayer and Ty Lopez, founders of Retail E-Commerce Ventures, have been defrauding investors out of approximately $112 million. Through their company, Mayer and Lopez acquired distressed brick-and-mortar companies in order to turn them into successful online-only brands.
Right, I'd heard this.
Dress Barn, Linens and Things, those types of places, they bought those. But it turns out this was all part of a grand scheme for them to just steal money from people. SEC alleges that 5.9 million of returns paid to investors were actually Ponzi-like payments funded by other investors as opposed to actual real-life profits. So all that all the good news that you could we could turn it around. No, not really. You can, but then you've also got to go to prison for creating a Ponzi scheme.
Novel that they sucked in this kind of money.
I don't know. I mean, I often wonder, who's giving money to these people? But, cults are cults, and dumb people do dumb things.
I'd read about these guys. They got some rather glowing reviews here a couple of years ago.
Well, I'm sure they did a couple of years. Well, now, though.
They pulled in $112 million.
It just wasn't real. There's a woman in the Bay Area who is, I guess you guys, neither of you and myself, neither, were ever on the dating apps.
Nah.
No, I'm too old. That wasn't a thing.
We were all locked in by the time dating apps existed. I do sometimes wonder what it would have been like.
There was the personals, though. You remember they had the back of newspapers.
Yeah,
you could, seeking.
And then they had Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Yeah, there's lots of.
I would just go to the mall and hang out by the pretzel place
and hope that some chick talked to you.
Yeah,
I'd just drive up and down Cherry Street.
Oh,
I'd go to
Or by
Guadalupe
Lane
Street.
Bryant.
You
want the big girl store?
Vic
in front of there.
Vic sees a girl eating one of those pretzel hot dogs at Auntie Annie's and is like, "Hey, do you want another one?" And Vic
or the plus size place by Sears.
Just go stand out in front of Lane Bryant with a bag of Famous Amos.
Vic's
cookies
pickup line
make some friends.
Vic's pickup line. You want me to buy you an Orange Julius?
Orange whip?
And a slice?
Orange whip?
Do you want 2 slices? I'll buy you a whole pizza, baby.
Well,
you ever been to Cinnabon?
This gal has decided it's this whole it's too much, this dating app stuff. She doesn't really like it. So she's trying something new. She took out a billboard on the 101 between South Bay and the city, basically between Santa Clara and San Francisco. And there's a website now called marylisa.com, and she's put a picture of herself on the billboard, and she said, I just really want to meet somebody. I was not having any luck the other way. So
I've seen dudes do this. It's desperate, but why not, man?
But for a woman?
Well, why not? Get a free meal out of it?
Let's go to marylisa.com. You tell me if this is the kind of gal. Now, it says, before applying, please learn a little more about Lisa, her personality and core values, and what kind of man she is looking for.
It's a very professional website.
It is. Who's she looking for? Non-negotiables.
You got some glossy photos. She's in repose. There's some pensive pictures.
Lisa's non-negotiable items are qualities which align with her core values and she believes are essential for compatibility in a relationship. Please read these carefully before submitting an application. Must be on board with a monogamous relationship and dating with the intent for marriage. Well, that counts me out. Must be all right with a time frame of marriage and starting a family within the next 2 to 3 years.
She's a traveler.
Education. College educated. Bachelor's degree at a minimum.
Well.
Lifestyle, generally healthy lifestyle is a must. No marijuana, tobacco, psychedelics, or recreational drug use.
I'm out.
Good hygiene.
Bye.
And I gotta be clean and clean.
Yeah. Politics must be Democratic or liberal or left-leaning politically. Religion, looking for someone who is not particularly religious, okay with spiritual or non-religious, or along those lines. Record, no criminal record, non-violent personality. Now, here's the preferences, but there's flexibility.
Okay.
Age, 34 to 45, flexible within a year or two at most. Family, preferences for never married, no kids, but again, negotiable. Location, located within the San Francisco Bay Area or Silicon Valley. Appearance, here we go.
Oh, no.
Generally speaking, Lisa is attracted to more clean-cut looking men, slim to medium build, no or minimal tattoos or piercings, but she has no height requirement. So that's nice.
So you short kings, you got a chance.
Short kings, now's your chance. Now's your chance.
You know, if you're going to put out this professional website, I think you might as well be very, very. You need to be exactly what you want. I mean, if you're out there doing this, don't apply. If you don't have good hygiene and like to get high, don't apply. I don't want to talk to you.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it though. Lisa's not that hot to have all these demands.
Well, I'll tell you what. Lisa got a little bit of money in her pocket.
I mean, there's too many demands, Lisa. Like you're a
beggar.
Trust me, man.
You're a 5,
All
maybe
of you
6.
met those demands when you met your wife. You just didn't realize those were on paper. But
my wife,
you measured
no,
up.
that's not true. I just put a baby in my wife, and she was stuck.
Well, she allowed for just a minute.
Same
You
here.
met some of those prereqs at some point. Dude, if I was advertising, I'd be the same way. I would be precise in what I deserve.
What would you?
I don't know what I would list,
What would
but
be
it would be
what would be your
exact.
non-negotiable?
What any open wound.
Oh,
no open
No
bleeding
bullet hole
scab
scars.
wounds, no bullet holes. Things, basic stuff.
Well, that takes out the cat out in the parking lot.
Full
that
complement of
poor
teeth.
cat.
Full complement of teeth. Now, just the little things.
So teeth, that's on non-negotiable.
Painted toenails. That's a
non-negotiable.
That's a non-negotiable. Painted toenails are a non-negotiable.
That's funny.
Dude.
Yeah.
I don't
want
even
to
care
see.
about
I
that.
don't want to see your toes.
Well, I'm not even looking at my wife's toes.
Well, I bet
You must be
unpainted toenails is.
You must be a fetish man.
No, not really. It's just they
Just
carry
finds
your
it
feet.
gross.
I think
Yeah,
it
I
shows
get it.
like women look at men's shoes to see if they will invest in something above and beyond whatever. And I look at women like, take care of your feet.
Are you a toe sucker?
No.
Never?
No, I mean, I've done.
Not
I've
you either,
dabbled.
Vic?
Nah.
I've dabbled in a lot of stuff. It's not something I go back to unless they ask for it. But no,
Okay.
it's not. That's not. But painted toenails are a thing.
Well,
Take care of your feet.
you certainly wouldn't suck an unpainted toe.
Oh God, no.
No, he'd throw up.
No.
Vic,
That's a deal breaker.
Vic, you've never sucked toes?
No.
You
Really?
You haven't?
No.
Oh, I have.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean, we all
okay.
dabbled.
I
but
haven't, no.
unpainted, no. If I
Nope.
see any crusty skin down, no. That might end the session.
Big old blister.
Vic, I think you might ought to hook up your wife with a good toe sucking session. That might spice things up for you guys.
It might be.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right?
Nothing wrong
She
with
might
it.
get pregnant even though I have a vasectomy, but that's how much
Well,
she'll
that's
be
how
turned
good-
on.
Yeah. At least you ain't want to have to pay for that one.
Aha!
Let somebody else take
There
care
you
of that
go.
one.
Yeah, here, it's all you.
All right, let's hit our last break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show with the Daily Lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys Tailgate Tour presented by HEB.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more, and you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Dude, did you order the new iPhone 17 Pro? Got it from Verizon, the best 5G network in America. I never looked so good.
You look the same.
But with this camera, everything looks better, especially me.
You haven't changed your hair in 15 years. Selfies? Check, please.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro, designed to be the most powerful iPhone ever. With eligible phone trade-in and unlimited ultimate. Any condition guaranteed. Best 5G source root metrics data, United States, 1H 2025. All rights reserved. Trade-in and additional terms apply for all offers. See Verizon.com for details.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
That defense looks loaded to me. You know, I don't have wet dreams when it comes to men, but when I think of this defense, I have, I wake my wife up in the middle of the night. And we practice making babies because I'm that excited about this defense.
You going to be okay, Indy? Do you need a minute?
Needs a cigarette, I think.
You might need something.
Started reaching for the baby oil, but then I was like, Puff Daddy bought it all, so I can't even get baby oil. That's what this Texas defense does.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix from the Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You can't hear that beat and not be in a good mood. Hey, Rob, why are you still on marylisa.com?
I am, aren't I?
Why are you on the application page?
I'm applying here. Hey, did you see her travel? She goes all over the place. I
don't think you meet all the requirements.
I'm too old.
Oh, yeah, I think you're on the outer range. Sorry.
About Lisa. Fast facts.
I might throw my hat in the ring with Lisa and not tell her that I've had a vasectomy and say, oh, yeah, I'm totally down with starting a family.
Oh, yeah, and 2 years ago by like, well, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's you.
Know.
I would say maybe it's you.
Something wrong with you.
Yeah, maybe it's you. Like you're just not. You're not getting pregnant. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Apparently, you're past your prime.
Yeah,
you know?
it could be. You might have just waited too long You might have waited too long to put up that billboard.
False advertising. Should have done this whole Mary thing when it was still just in the newspaper when you were younger. Just personals and Craigslist.
All right, let's wrap it up the way we always do, Vic. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
All right, Rob. Rapid fire. Vikings -2.5 against Pittsburgh in Dublin.
Yeah, the Vikings are a better team. They should cover.
I'm with you. Chargers at the Giants. I think we both like the Chargers
blast them
there.
out of the
Chargers
water.
are -6. Lions 10-point favorites hosting the Cleveland Browns. I
That's
like the Browns
awfully
to
tight. keep
it close. Yeah, 44.5 is too big of a number too. I like
the
under
under.
44.5. My favorite play on that game. Eagles +3.5 or -3.5 at Tampa. I think we both like the Bucks.
Baker Mayfield.
We like the Bucks for different reasons, but yeah, you love Baker Mayfield. You do love that guy. Saints 15.5-point dogs at Buffalo.
Your survivor pool types.
It's an easy survivor pick. It's Saints or nothing. I couldn't bet Buffalo at that number. It's a crazy number. Washington's at Atlanta. Atlanta is +1.5 at home. I'm on the home dog.
You are. I like Washington, man.
Okay.
I just think they're too good.
Especially I think it's going to be Mariota.
Yeah.
I don't think Washington's all that good.
No, they're really not, but they're better than.
Texans -7.5 hosting the Titans.
Get right game, man. This is the get right. This is what tells you one last little thread of confidence in C.J. Stroud. He is the quarterback that they drafted, and he will look like it this week.
I don't think so.
Covers and looks good doing it.
I'm going to say Titans cover 7.5. I also like the Patriots to cover 5.5 hosting the Panthers.
They're going to whoop the Panthers. I like that one.
Colts are +3.5 at the Rams. I like the Rams. I think the Rams are undervalued. I think the Rams, had they won that game against Philly, we might be looking at like a 5-point favorite here. And they, 99 times out of 100, they win that game. I'm not sold on the Colts yet.
I'm not. That's why I'm not touching
Prove
this,
it.
because if they live up to what I've seen, this is going to be a hell of a football game. But I don't know.
Jags are +3.5 at the 49ers. I lean to the Jags here. I don't know. I mean, the 49ers are getting by with duct tape and
I'll tell you though,
string.
They sunk so low that they would be that close to Jacksonville at home.
Well, with a backup quarterback.
I know. And it just doesn't feel right to me. I think there's more in San Francisco than that.
Ravens -2.5 at Kansas City.
Like it.
I'm already in on the Ravens.
Yeah,
I can't back out of it. Raiders -1.5 hosting the Bears. I like the Raiders.
I like the Bears. I think they're going to roll on. I think Caleb found a little rhythm there.
I don't think so. I think he sucks, and he just.
I think there's going to be a lot of yards. I like the over.
And 47.5 is the number there.
Yeah.
And the Packers 7-point favorites on the road in Dallas.
Road favorite, but yes.
You like the Packers?
And it could be. I like early scoring. I mean, it's just no defense to be had here. I don't care how much they're talking to each other and how much they improve. I mean, they got so much work to do. It's gonna get out of hand.
The games that I'm just gonna go with the games that matter in Major League Baseball today, and there aren't a lot of them because a lot of these teams have already clinched. But the New York Mets go with Brandon Sproat. They're at the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara going for Miami. Mets are -135. They could clinch with a win today. The Guardians, who lost last night,
finally
they're -160 hosting the Rangers. Slade Ciccone and Jack Leiter, your pitchers there. Casey Mize going for the Tigers. They're at Boston. Kyle Harrison going for the Red Sox. Red Sox -120.
Heck of a matchup this late.
Important game.
Yeah.
Zach Littell and the Reds, who are still alive in the playoff mix. They are not favored to get the job done in Milwaukee. Quinn Priester going for the Brewers. Brewers -170. Costanza, Jason Alexander goes today for the Astros in a must-win. They are -140 at the Angels.
Can't stand you.
Yu Darvish and the Padres -145 favorites hosting Zach Gallen and the Diamondbacks. Mariners go with George Kirby. They're -135 hosting the Dodgers. Emmett Sheehan going for L.A. And I think that's all the teams that matter right now. The only teams that have a chance to make the playoffs. That's it for them.
Got any lady basketball this year?
We do, yes. It's funny you should ask. Lady basketball today. The Aces, -4.5 at the Fever. Lynx, -4 at the Mercury. You think either one of the home teams can hold serve here?
I don't.
I don't think so either.
I think it was a road night.
I think the Aces and Lynx have felt like they're on a collision course for about 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we're going to get. And there is a big UFC match this weekend. They're in Australia, Perth, Australia. So you're going to have to you have to stay up late.
I was going to say, is it really late or really early that I got to?
No, I think this is a late one. I think you're gonna have to be up pretty late to watch this thing. But the main event, Dominic Reyes against Carlos Ulberg. Yeah, it'll be at 11:45 is what time the main event will kick off. 11:45 p.m. Carlos Ulberg is your -250 favorite. Dominic Reyes coming back at +205. My little pro tip here: Jack Jenkins and Ramon Tavares. Their over under is 2.5 rounds. I like under 2.5 rounds. These are it's featherweights, which there's not a lot of knockouts at featherweight, but these are two guys who will sacrifice defense for offense. And anytime you got guys playing rock'em sock'em, you can get +150 on under 2.5. So you get a dog price at it. That's my favorite play of the week on the UFC card. And Rob, your final take on your Texas A&M fighting Aggies.
Fun game.
6.5 point favorites.
I think A&M's going to win this football game. Going to be a lot of points scored, and don't be surprised if it's a fat kicker that wins it late.
Okay, that's kind of where I'm at too. I think A&M wins by a field goal. Total 52.5.
Like the over.
I think there's a lot of points scored in this game. I don't trust either one of these defenses, and I think both offenses are pretty solid.
I think both are going to get 35 or better. There's going to be a lot of points.
I think this game's in the 30s, so I think you're right. One other one we haven't really talked about. You know what? There's two games Texas games we haven't talked about. Baylor's at Oklahoma State. Baylor's -20.5. I think Oklahoma State may just pack up their bags.
You never know with college kids. You never know if it was just attitude and it really wasn't about skill and all that they just were sick of their coach. You just don't know. I know that Baylor should roll in there and whoop them. Just put them to sleep.
And then I talked about it a little bit earlier in the week. Rice is at Navy. Total's 45.5. Navy's -14. This is basically two service academies playing each other. Two service academy style offenses. I think 14 points is way too many, and I think 45.5 is way too many. I think this is maybe an 8-9 possession game. I think this goes well under.
A lot of smart guys on the football field.
A lot of them. All right, friends, that does it for us. Jason and Joe will come up at 2. You guys enjoy the games this weekend. We'll see you Monday.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTL.